Robbie Williams Rewind.
Welcome to Robbie Williams Rewind. We are the champions. I'm Matt.
And I'm Lucy.
And along with help from special guest fans, we take you on an in-depth rewind through the solo career of multi-award winning singer, songwriter and entertainer Robbie Williams.
Hail Keanu, pleasantries. We're excited for today's episode because we're going to be hearing from some fans who we've featured on the podcast before, as well as lots of new fans you haven't heard from before. We always love it when we gather lots of fans into one episode and hear all their different thoughts. So we're hoping you'll enjoy it too.
Yeah, it's great to collaborate with everyone out there and get your thoughts and feedback and ideas. With Rob's 2025 tour starting on the 31st of May in Edinburgh, we thought it might be fun to ask for everyone's dream stadium setlist. We all know he'll be playing the hits, especially as it's a stadium tour and he needs to cater for the masses. He's said there'll be music from Better Man, and he's also promised new music when the tour was announced. So what songs would everyone like to hear most?
We'll be playing listeners' voice notes and reading out messages from some listeners who emailed in their set lists, as well as revealing our own dream set lists. And please note, we haven't censored or edited what anyone said. And remember, everyone's entitled to their opinions and we're just sharing everyone's thoughts.
Yes, no judgment here. And we haven't really discussed each other's lists.
No.
Have we?
No.
So
I don't know what Matt's picked.
Yeah. I might have had a sneaky peek when I was just looking at the notes at Lucy's, but we're going to reveal those to each other as we do the episode. So shall we take a listen to one of the first voice notes that's come in?
Yeah. This is Stefan from Austria.
Hey there, my name is Stefan and I'm from Austria and I'm going to see Rob live this July in Vienna and also in Klagenfurt in September. And I do have a lot of wishes for the shows and the set list. Since it's my favorite song and he surprisingly brought it back from the dead last year, I would die to hear Advertising Space live finally. It's such a gorgeous song that also means a lot to me, as well as does Tripping, which he did play in 2022 in Munich, where I got to see it live. And I absolutely adore it. Because of the movie Better Man, he obviously has to play Better Man. But also another song that I thought was quite forgotten, but I fell in love again with it, was Something Beautiful. Also because of the co-working/writing scene, which I thought was very well executed. Also, he has to play Me and My Monkey. I mean, it's such a big, grand song that would perfectly fit into a stadium show. And also, Buddies should be a staple in the set list. And I don't know why he refuses to play it, but it is an absolute banger. And I definitely vote for it if I could. One last wish for the set list is a song that he has never played live before. And I would also die to hear that one live. That's She's Madonna. And I know that it is quite a fairly known song apart from the fans as well. So I think he should try and have a take on it. So yeah, these are my wishes for the tour. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. And I just can't wait for July to come.
So what do you think, Lucy, about Stefan's choices?
Well, I think it's really interesting what he said about She's Madonna.
Yeah.
We've never heard him play that, so
no, I mean, I've never thought about that being a live one before, to be honest. But yeah, just thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That like kind of nice electronic synth sound that's behind it and the layered voices.
Yeah. I don't know whether he would do it because, it's a rude box song. So
yeah,
the masses aren't always necessarily that keen on the rude box songs, sadly.
Yeah.
But other than that, I agree with a lot of the songs that Stefan said.
There's quite a few, well, I don't want to reveal my list too early on, but there's certainly quite a few crossovers. Yeah. Stefan and I certainly see eye to eye, as do probably you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a nice set list to get started with.
Should we hear from Leon in Germany?
Yeah, let's have a listen to Leon.
Hello, I'm Leon, I'm 25 years old and I'm from Germany and I will be seeing Robbie live in Germany in Hanover this year. And I just created my dream set list for the summer, which is also kind of realistic, I think, in some parts. So I would be hoping for a big, energetic rock opening with songs like Let Me Entertain You, Monsoon, Let Love Be Your Energy, and Old Before I Die. I think the first two songs are really safe, but yeah, then I'm hoping for Let Love Be Your Energy and Old Before I Die, because I think both are very good stadium rock anthems, and I think this could be very good for a stadium tour, but yeah, who knows. I think the most realistic chance is that he will play Land of a Thousand Dances in between Monsoon and Let Love Be Your Energy, but yeah, I'm not quite sure. So after this big opening, I think that he would have a segment where everybody can come down a bit and sing along to songs, so I think that could be done with Strong and maybe Something Beautiful and Millennium. I'm hoping for the original version in Something Beautiful, but I'm not sure which he would choose. Then after that, I would go to Kids, Buddies, Commandant, and Lazy Days in this order. I think that could be a big... I think that could be a good comeback to the stadium rock anthems that I was talking about. And yeah, Lazy Days is such a great song, and I think it's really good live, so I'm hoping that he maybe plays it again, but I don't think that he will. So after that, I'm hoping for The Road to Mandalay and Supreme. The thing is, in Germany it was a big hit, so there is a slight chance that he could be playing it, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think he would maybe play Candy, because it's also a big hit in Germany. I'm not a fan of Candy, but why not? So after that, I would be hoping for Be a Boy, which is a song from the Take the Crown album, which I would like to hear, but I think it's very unrealistic. Then I'm hoping for Eternity, and I think there is a good chance, because I think it's such a great song for a stadium to sing along and to just, put your lighters in the air and sway from side to side. It's amazing. Then I'm hoping for No Regrets, and I'm hoping for the version of the Greatest Hits album. Then I'm confident that he could be playing Rootbox and Rock DJ in this combination, because I think it was in the Take the Crown Stadium tour where he played Rootbox and Rock DJ, and they just blend over in each other. I think that's a really good thing, and it sounds amazing, so I'm hoping that he does it again. And I hope that he does the movie version of Rock DJ with some cool choreography, maybe. Could be cool. Then my big wish is that he plays Tripping. There is a slight chance, because in Germany it was again a really big hit, so maybe he plays it, but I don't think he will, but there is a slight chance. Then I'm hoping for Make Me Pure, which is also very unrealistic, but such a great song again, and such a great album. So yeah, maybe he will play it. Maybe he just takes out his guitar and plays acoustic. Could be cool. Yeah, and for the last 4 songs, I chose She's the One, Feel, Angels, My Way, and then Forbidden Road. I think that could be a realistic order and a realistic set of songs. I think that She's the One, Feel, Angels, and My Way are pretty safe, but I also think that Forbidden Road could be in there. But realistically speaking, I think that I will have to drop 3 to 4 songs from my set list to make room for the new songs. But I also think that he would play a maximum of 2 new songs, because I'm just thinking about an interview he did before the Take the Crown Stadium tour, where he talked about how many new songs from a new album he could play on a stadium tour. And I think back then he was not very confident that he could play a lot of new songs, and I think that this confidence didn't improve, and I think that he wants to stick to the greatest hits, because that is the thing most of the people want to see from him, and so I think he would play a maximum of 2 new songs. So yeah, I don't know, but that's my idea of a set list. I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a good time, and thank you for listening, and take care. Goodbye.
Thank you, Leon, for sending that in. Interesting, right? Bit of a younger fan, certainly younger than us there.
Yeah.
So, what I also find interesting, Leon raises a very good point there. The set list may alter slightly depending on which country he's in.
Yeah.
So we
He
do
might do
know
that.
we do know that he refines. I'll use the word refine rather than chop. We do know that he refines the set list as he goes on through the tour. So the early set list is often not what the set list is at the very end. And sometimes the songs that are brought in, like Leon said, Tripping was a huge hit in Germany.
Yeah.
It's another one that I really like. So interesting to see what the common vote will be with some of these more.
Yeah. I mean, he might start in the UK with a set list and then change it when he goes to Europe.
Yeah. What did you think about Leon's choices?
Oh, yeah. Very good. Yeah. I mean, Tripping, it went down really well when he played it in Munich. So I do think there's a chance that he might include it.
Yeah.
And what he said about maximum of 2 new songs, I would like more, obviously, but I feel like he's probably right that it'd probably only be 2 new songs.
Because so.
He hasn't released the album yet, so we don't know them, and he won't feel comfortable playing songs that people don't know. So
yeah, and he'll
possible.
say that as well.
Yeah, yeah,
He'll sandwich it in between the right songs so he feels comfortable
yeah.
doing it, I think.
But I hope he does play some new songs, because they did say that there would be new songs when the tour was announced. And
we do need some new songs.
Yeah,
we need some new songs in the set. Even you know, tourist fans that are coming in just because it's the Robbie brand need to hear some music as well, new music as well, right?
we'll be tourists.
Robbie tourists, yeah, that's what they are. Everyone's welcome, but we do want more than just the hits. We deserve it, I think.
Yeah,
So, but we understand the balance that needs to be struck.
yeah.
I have to ask. So Leon was being realistic there and saying, well, Land of 1,000 Dances. let's get this one out early on in the podcast.
Well, you know my opinion. I gave it in our last episode.
Yeah, I know, but just remind us.
Well, I feel like we've had it on for the past 5 or 6 years, and, you know, we could do with a Robbie song in that place on the set list rather than a cover. I know it goes down well. I mean, we went to see Tony Lewis as Robbie this week. And
an amazing Robbie tribute act.
Yeah. And it was when he started playing Land of 1,000 Dances, suddenly, I mean, it was a room full of older people, let's say that.
It's an older generation.
Older, posher.
Older than us.
Clientele for that gig. And that was the song where a lot of them got up and started dancing. So
yeah, it was.
It does go down well. So I understand why he includes it on the set list. But I just feel like, you know,
it's an iconic anthemic song. And obviously the film is going to have some influence, I think, on what is played, because that will be in the psyche of the British public, who Rob very much thinks about when he does large gigs.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there will be some tributes to the film throughout the set. But Land of 1,000 Dances is good, but I think the hardcore fans have heard it so much that, I think another high energy Robbie song in there would work.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't dwell too much on that then. What else? No, good set list. Good start. Good couple of strong set lists there from Stefan and Leon.
Yeah.
So a few of our listeners have sent in messages for us to read out as well. So I'm going to read out one from Wendy Webb. The concert at Croke Park will be my first to see Robbie. While I was a fan in the early 2000s while living in Australia, we were young and broke, so no concerts for us. And when we moved back to the States in 2009, I lost sight of him. His Netflix special brought back all the good for me in the early days, and your podcast has been a joy to listen to as a way to rediscover him and learn all he's been up to since. My list of the old standards that he normally sings: Let Me Entertain You, Feel, No Regrets, and Come Undone. For others, Radio is my number one song to see him perform that I don't think has been in rotation recently. That song in particular brings me back to listening to his greatest hits album on the train ride home from working in the CBD in Sydney. Others on my list for popular but not typical songs in his catalogue: You Know Me, Me and My Monkey, Sexed Up, Sin Sin Sin, Lazy Days, Supreme, Win Some, Lose Some, and Bodies. But since this will probably be my first, and most likely only, Robbie concert, I will be happy with anything, except maybe Land of a Thousand Dances. Lucy, I agree with you there. Not my favourite. There we go. Somebody else who doesn't really want a Land of a Thousand Dances in the set.
I feel bad, like we're not really slagging it off. But
No, we're not slagging. No, it's not about that, is it? It is an
It's a great
incredible
song,
song. He sings it extremely well. The staging, the choreography, the energy it
Oh, yeah,
brings.
it's amazing.
You can't beat it. I mean, it is electric when you hear it. We're not saying that. It's
Yeah.
just
we just want to
we
hear
could do
Robbie
something
songs.
else. Yeah, I mean, that's been rolled out for quite a few tours now, right?
Yeah, since 2019.
And we're not saying it shouldn't be like part of his back catalogue,
yeah.
but yeah, just a different one.
Yeah. Anyway,
So what do you think?
yeah,
about Wendy's
radio.
choice?
Their radio is a good choice. Remember on the Close Encounters tour when he opened with that song?
Yeah.
That was really cool. He'd like pop up at the end of the B stage with all the smoke coming up around him, and it was actually a really good song for opening that tour. And that was a stadium tour, and it did go down well. But I just don't know whether he would do radio again. I don't know. It would be fun. I'd like it. I think it's a joyous song.
Yeah, it's funny, when you're talking about songs, you hear them in your head, and I can hear that now. And I think,
You can see the crowd kind of jumping to that, can't you?
yeah, it's got that right vibe. Definitely.
That would be cool.
Good choice.
Win Some, Lose Some is such an Australian, New Zealand choice, isn't it? Everyone who comes from Australia and New Zealand always loves to hear Win Some, Lose Some.
Well, obviously it was very popular. Is very popular there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another shout there for Lazy Days as well, which is interesting. And Sin Sin Sin, that's great as well, live.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think I might have put that on my list, but let's have a look later on.
But I really hope that, Wendy, you enjoy your first and possibly only Robbie concert. It's going to be incredible. You're just going to absolutely love it. And also going to see him in Croke Park, where it will just be electric.
Oh, what a great venue. Yeah, that will go off.
Yeah.
Always does.
Yeah. Great choice to go to.
Yeah. Thanks, Wendy.
Moving on, let's hear from Chris.
Hi, Matt and Lucy. Hope you're both well. It's Chris here from episode 41, where we reviewed the Netflix TV series. Great idea of asking us to send in suggested songs. I've taken a little bit further and done a whole set list and actually put it in the order that I think Rob should play it. So, hey, fingers crossed. So, what am I starting with? Of course, Let Me Entertain You. What else? But following that up with Ghosts, purely for that line of Here I Stand Victorious. And then going straight into Kids. So doing Kids early, I think that'd be good in terms of getting the energy. And then going into Karma Killer. Love to hear that again, especially after the Netflix series where Rob had that quote of, I wanted to write Karma Police, but I was writing Karma Chameleon. No, Rob, you were actually writing Karma Killer, and it'd be great to hear that live again. Keeping with that kind of reflecting on Take That theme, I think No Regrets would sound epic afterwards. However, I would love the 25 version with the James Bond-esque sound. I think that is amazing. Advertising Space next. Absolutely loved that in Hyde Park last year. So let's hear that again. And then this is kind of like the Better Man film section of the set. So of course we start that off with Better Man, going into Something Beautiful, She's the One. I think it'd be great to hear Me and My Monkey. And then round it off with Rock DJ. And then I'd love to hear my most favourite song of all time, as you know, is Be a Boy. So, Rob, I would love to hear that again. Haven't heard that since the Take the Crown tour. So, yeah, Be a Boy next. And then going into Sin Sin Sin, keeping that dance vibe and getting really into that dance vibe with Immortal. So, I think Rob and Sophie Ellis-Bextor's vocals sound incredible on that track. Got a real nice vibe to it, and I think that would sound amazing. Following that, we then go into Bodies. Haven't heard that in a while. Strong. And then, of course, Come Undone. And to keep the positivity, I'd love to then hear after Come Undone, Love My Life. And I know you said No Under the Radar, but I absolutely love this song. and I would love to hear it in a really big venue. So my next song is Gold. Following Gold, I'd love to end with The Road to Mandalay before we go into the encore. Haven't heard that one for a while either. I can just imagine everyone singing that as Rob goes off stage. So what are my songs for the encore? I'd love to hear Lost again. I think we heard it twice on Graham Norton, probably more than we did on tour. I absolutely love that song. So Rob, Lost would sound beautiful. Following Lost, we're then going to Feel. Following Feel, we're going to then have Angels. And the song that I think we should end on, and I think Rob should be brave enough to do, is Into the Silence. I think that would sound stunning in that sort of venue as the last song. So those are my suggestions. Rob, if you're listening, I'd love for you to be able to play some of those songs that I've said. Hope everyone enjoys the tour and speak to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chris. Good to hear from Chris. What do you think of those choices?
Well,
then, Lucy?
him saying Immortal, oh my God, I would just die if he did Immortal. That would be so good. Like he could get the girls to sing Sophie's bits. And imagine if he got Sophie to turn up for one of the shows.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. You know what? Chris has pulled it out of the bag there. I didn't even think about including any Lufthouse type songs in there, but that could spice the setup.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, if he's looking for energy in the stadiums, something like that could be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love it.
Well done, Chris.
And him saying about we saw Lost performed more times on the Graham Norton show than we did on the tour. Because he was sat 2 seats along from us at the filming of Graham Norton, where Robbie sung it twice because he messed up the first time.
That is a beautiful song. And I know that there was some challenges around that time that maybe doesn't make it one of his favourites, but I think it would get on really, really well in the right place. And I think, Chris has put it in the encore. That could be a great place for it, actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
That would go down really well.
Yeah.
Karma Killer.
Yeah, I know that you'll have that on your list, obviously.
We'll get to that later.
100%.
Be a Boy. That was an interesting choice.
Be a Boy.
Of course, Chris was going to choose
Could
that.
be on my list.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, if I can remember what I put on there. I can.
I think a lot of the Take the Crown songs are good for stadium tour.
Oh, 100%.
Because it was a stadium tour, wasn't it? And I think maybe when they wrote the album, they had stadiums in mind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so. Me and Monkey comes up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to do that one, hasn't he?
I think they can do a very clever production around that and have some fun with it, link it in with the film, all sorts.
Yeah.
There's so much potential there, huge potential for that to be fun and go down really well, be very memorable indeed. So I reckon we'll see that come up again a few times on the other set lists.
Yes. So should we hear from Katie Cherry?
Yeah, let's hear from Katie.
I'm a massive Robbie fan. My name is Katie Cherry. I live in West Sussex in England, and I will be seeing Robbie again in just 2 months on the 6th of June at the Emirates Stadium. I cannot wait. One thing that would absolutely make the concert for me would be to hear my all-time favourite Robbie song, and that is Advertising Space. I would bawl my eyes out. I love this song. Can't wait to see you, Robbie.
Thanks, Katie.
Yeah. We know that song's incredible live.
Yeah, it was so good at Hyde Park.
Oh,
And the staging they did for it.
wasn't it just?
Yeah.
I think we talked about it on the episode, but it was one of those songs where you could just feel it. You know what I mean? Like everyone around was just like, oh, it was a very touching moment. And obviously we have lots of those in Rob's sets and our Rob history.
Yeah.
But there was something special about that coming on, and like you say, the graphics and everything, the production of it was very, very special. So I think they've got a gem there that they should include.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's nice, isn't it? It's just a really nice song.
It is. Beautiful.
So I'm going to read a message from Maureen now. She says, I have followed Robbie since late 1990s. I love all of Robbie's songs as they tell the story of his life. I have seen Better Man 5 times and have the CD and movie. It is an emotional and amazing biopic. It's hard to choose what songs should be in Robbie's tour this year. There are so many. Feel, Come Undone, Angels, Let Me Entertain You, No Regrets, Better Man and Forbidden Road, just to name a few. I have seen 2 concerts. I'm hoping that Robbie will have a tour in Australia later this year. Thanks, Maureen.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I think all those songs, I would say, are pretty much guaranteed. Don't you think?
Yeah, let me have another look. Yeah. Feel, Come Undone, Angels.
I can't imagine him dropping... I mean, he's never going to drop Feel, Come Undone, Angels and Let Me Entertain You. No Regrets. I can't see him not playing No Regrets.
I'd imagine that would be in, yeah.
Yeah. And he's got to do Forbidden Road, hasn't he?
Forbidden Road has to be in there.
And Better Man.
And I think, yeah, Forbidden Road, yeah, 100%.
If he doesn't play that, I'd be absolutely outraged.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with Better Man, the film, and not just the versions,
Yeah.
but how they're going to incorporate, because obviously they're going to incorporate it into the production somehow.
Yeah.
They're
Have,
going
like,
to have
clips of it or
visuals,
something.
images, the monkey maybe they'll even, maybe Wetter's going to be doing something
Yeah.
clever for them. I
hope so, yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
I really hope. I think Wetter will have done something. It would be a travesty for them not to be featured somehow in some kind of exclusive
Yeah.
piece. I mean, yes, footage from the film and backing tracks and that sort of thing may be incorporated, but yeah, seeing
New exclusive kind of stuff.
the monkey singing along maybe,
Yeah.
or
But then they'd have to get Jono to do it, wouldn't they?
who knows, he might have already done it.
Yeah.
You don't know. You know, hopefully there's a couple of Easter eggs like that in there for us, so that would be nice. But even if there isn't, yeah, those songs have got to be featured. But it'll also be interesting to see whether there is a, you know, because some people are talking about a section.
Yeah.
Whether there'll be a section or whether it will be running through. I think it possibly, I don't know, I think it would work both ways. But yeah. So shall we hear from Mariana from Chile, who sent in a message, which I'm going to read out. Hello, my name is Mariana. I'm from Vina del Mar. I'm in my country, Chile, eagerly awaiting the announcement of Robbie's next visit here. My ideal and essential playlist would be Rock DJ, Let Me Entertain You, because I love the Nebworth concert, Candy, because it reminds me so much of my grandfather, and I feel like he's always with me and protects me, as the video alludes to. Better Man, Supreme, Strong, Feel, because it's so emotional and beautiful. Angels, because it's the best. Come Undone, because it moves me so much. Millennium. Sexed Up, because it reminds me of a very specific time in my life. Love My Life, and in capitals, because this song is very Robbie. Then Eternity, because I think we can all relate to this song, No Regrets. Beyond the Sea, because it already has its own version and it's much better than the original. Misunderstood, Party Like a Russian, Radio, because it's also very Robbie, Bodies, and Love Light. And she says, although I would add a few more. So obviously the list could go on. We could be watching him for 4 hours.
Oh, well, how I would love that. But I don't think the tour would last very long if he had to do that.
No. So what do we think of Mariana's choice?
Yeah, she's got some interesting choices there, like Misunderstood, Party Like a Russian.
Party Like a Russian.
I know, it was so good on the Heavy Entertainment Show tour.
Well, we'll see what's on our list later on. I think I did think about it. I just think with what's going on in the world, unfortunately,
he thinks
I'm
he
not
can't
sure he's
sing it
comfortable
anymore. Yeah.
putting it out there, but it's such a good song.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
Another vote for Radio.
Yeah. Yeah, Radio. Yeah, I mean, it is a good one. That's a strong contender.
And Love Light.
Oh, I love Love
Never
Light.
seen him sing that. I don't think he would because it's quite high.
Yeah, isn't it? It's almost falsetto, like high. Yeah.
It's a shame because it's just, oh God, it's so good.
Yeah, I would like that.
And she's got Sexed Up on there. Love Sexed Up. I don't know if I put it on my list.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, there's so many to choose from, isn't there?
Yeah.
But obviously we all know which ones are more mainstream than others. And I think sometimes he will throw in a few that are slightly on the edge.
Yeah.
And I hope he does take a couple of risks like that in this tour. I think he needs to. I think it will work. I think people will get behind it, you know? Yeah. So that's the vote in from Chile. And shall we hear from Jade next?
Yeah.
Simply too many to choose from. But if I could choose from my top favourites, I'd have Come Undone, Strong, She's the One, Something Beautiful, Kids, Candy, Rock DJ, No Regrets. And I've got no regrets for I'm not denying my unconditional love for Robbie.
Thanks, Jade.
Thank you, Jade.
So a lot of the songs there that people have said already. So I think
Big, strong contenders, all of those big hits.
She mentioned Candy as well, which a lot of people have said.
Yeah, I want that in there.
It is a good song live.
Yeah.
It does go down well.
And it's an iconic moment in the film.
True.
Well,
sort of.
The backing, it's a backing track that's played when he hears the news.
Yeah.
So, I just, want that in there.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
Okay, so now we've got Ruben from New Zealand.
Hey, Matt and Lucy and the rest of the Robbie Williams Rewind listeners. Ruben here from the Life Through a Lens 25th anniversary episode. Matt and Lucy probably already know which song I'm going to say. Something Beautiful. It was a big hit here in New Zealand. It was probably behind Feel, the biggest hit from the Escapology album. It's the song that introduced me to Robbie through my nana when I was 2 years old. And you can only hope the inclusion of that song in the movie, Robbie putting out a little teaser that it would be some nice fodder to add back to his canon. Man, I'd love to hear him play that song live.
Yes, we did guess, Ruben, that might be your choice. How excited must Ruben have been to see that scene in the film?
Yeah.
Just, I'm sure you've watched it over and over again, Ruben. I mean, what a cool point of the film as well to hear it done in that way.
It's just interesting, isn't it, to wonder whether he's going to go for the original version or the new acoustic slow version.
Yes. Well.
What do you think? I think he'll go for the original version.
I think original.
Yeah.
Acoustic's something that I have maybe mentioned in my set list. So, because I had some ideas about some acoustic versions, not necessarily versions we've heard, but I think again that could be interesting. Just obviously he does play with versions and you know,
and the medleys songs as well sometimes.
Medleys, I didn't think of. I must admit, some of mine might work with a medley, but Something Beautiful.
That's going to be
there
on,
or not?
It will be on the set list, 100%.
Ruben will be happy then.
As long as he goes to New Zealand on the tour at some point. Or I guess he might travel to Australia to see him, I don't know.
Yeah, that's close. It's close, isn't it?
It's closer than the UK.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we've got Chris Campbell, who has sent in a set list. It's just the list of songs, so I'll read them out. He's put Let Me Entertain You, Monsoon, Bodies, Come Undone, Strong, She's the One, Something Beautiful, You Know Me. That's a good shout, isn't it? You Know Me.
Yeah, it is.
Morning Sun, another good shout. Millennium, Hot Fudge, Rude Box, yes, Chris. Kids, Candy, Rock DJ, No Regrets, Never Forget, Better Man, and Angels.
Strong.
Yeah.
Strong set with all the big hits in.
Yeah.
And a couple of goodies in the middle.
Yeah, I like
see
that.
What it's done. I can see what you've done there, Chris.
Yeah,
like
Hot Fudge as well. That's a good choice.
And obviously we don't always know whether people have put these in the sequence. Well, I think a lot of people have put these in the sequence. Yeah, this is in sequence. I can see.
Yeah, because he's put Angel at the end and
definitely.
Stuff, yeah.
So I think most people have thought about a sequence, and we'll talk about that in hours later on. But putting Morning Sun in the middle.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
Oh, yes.
I don't think I've ever heard him sing it.
I don't think so.
No.
I would love to have that one in.
Yeah.
Like, You Know Me, Morning Sun, Millennium, and then Hot Fudge.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that live. Yes. So yeah, strong set there, Chris. Yeah. It's good. It's interesting, isn't it, to hear from different people and see what different people want to hear, because I guess most of us here are hardcore fans, and the people probably that have sent messages are hardcore fans, otherwise they wouldn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
But people have different preferences on what they want to hear.
on what the hits are, because these are all hits as well.
They are.
Well, I mean, Hot Fudge wasn't a single, but it was definitely a big song.
Popular, yeah.
And Never Forget is a good choice for the Take That song. I don't think he's ever sung the whole of Never Forget on one of his set lists. He's done like bits of it. I can't remember him doing all of it.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So shall we hear from our friend and friend of the show, Sarah Hoyland?
Yeah.
Cooey, it's Sarah Hoyland here from Yorkshire. Hiya, Matt and Lucy. Hope you're both good. Hiya, Rob. Hope you're listening to this and you're going to get some inspiration from our song requests. Now, I feel like I've not seen you in ages and I'm so excited. I'm coming to the Newcastle Festival. Can't wait for a full day of live music. Can't beat live music. It's brilliant. And I'm also coming to the Manchester gigs, both dates. So if you're feeling brave and want to do Phoenix from Flames, now's your chance, please. I'm holding on to that promise. Now, these songs I'd describe as probably my ideal Robbie set list. I've not got any hits on there, but obviously there will be lots of hits on the tour. But if he wants to do any different ones, please stick some of these in. Now, Karma Killer, that would make a brilliant opener. It's full of energy and it's a rate tune. How long do we actually have for this tour set list? Because I have a feeling this might take quite a while to sing. And like he says, he's not no Taylor Swift. I'd love Gospel, Reverse, Losers, Into the Silence. That is a rate tune and not like the others as well. In fact, he may as well just do all of Take the Crown. I'd like Place to Crash, Old Before I Die, Better Man, Forbidden Road. I can't wait to hear that live. What a beautiful song. Evan from A, Come Undone, Me and Me Monkey. That is a rate tune. Make Me Pure, Advertising Space, Hot Fudge, Monsoon, Time on Earth, Love Somebody, Mixed Signals. What a tune. Win Some, Lose Some. That is a rate tune and we need to hear that more. Phoenix from Flames. Just putting in there again. For any swing, I'd like Shine Me Shoes and I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen. That is a rate tune. Now, for any Take That songs, I'd love Could It Be Magic and Everything Changes. But any Take That song, just for the memories and the nostalgia from back in 90s when Take That took over my life. B-sides. If he wants to be very brave, Coffee, Tea and Sympathy and Heart and Eye. Absolute tunes. And we need to hear them more. I hope that I can see you a long way, Matt and Lucy. I feel like I haven't seen you for ages. But yeah, I can't think of any more songs. So that's it from me. Bye-bye.
We love Sarah.
We do. Going completely off piste there. But let's have a look at what she's picked. What stuck out for you there?
Well, Mixed Signals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
What about Karma Killer as an opener?
Yeah, that would be amazing. Oh my God.
Oh, that angry energy.
Yeah, like, oh God. I can't actually speak.
Yeah, but obviously, you never know how emotionally attached he is to these songs anymore. I'm sure he is, and his performance shows it. But would that work for him opening? Is it that angry energy?
No, I think it's always got to be Let Me Entertain
That angry
You.
negative energy at the beginning. Would that help? Would that be? Would it work for him? Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, she's put Losers on there. That was great, wasn't it? On the the ballroom shows, especially where you sit down and
that
sing
lovely
that.
acoustic sort of
Dinosh.
Yeah, stripped back set, brilliant. Yeah, and Dinosh's voice, incredible.
Oh, Before I Die. A few people have said that, haven't they?
Yes.
It's very popular.
Yes. Where did we hear that?
He did it at Hyde Park in 2019.
Hyde Park, yeah.
Yeah, that was really
It went
good.
down very well. Very well. In fact, there was a noticeable ooh, wasn't there, when it came on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my Monkey's in there again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like her choice of Could It Be Magic, and Everything Changes as well. I think he will do a Take That song. I just feel like, because he did The Flood on the last tour.
Mm.
So I think he might pick something different this time.
Interesting swing. I don't know whether I thought about any swing in my set. I do like the swing stuff, but
I reckon he will do a bit of swing.
Yeah, you can have a little sort of mini set of that, can't you, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good shout there, definitely. Coffee, Tea and Sympathy, one of our faves.
Yeah, it is.
He won't do it.
He won't.
That's the problem. But, you know, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if he had like a little small section where he just does like a mini medley of...
Yeah, it would be.
Didn't he do an a cappella version of Phoenix from the Flames?
At the
Sarah?
Under the Radar gig, yeah. That's when he said, I promise I'll sing it next time.
It would be very interesting to hear that live. Absolutely.
A few people have said it.
Yeah. So there you go, Rob. Come on.
Right, let's play Silke from Germany's message.
Hi, Lucy and Matt. This is Silke from Germany. I always like to combine a Robbie Williams show with a little travel adventure, so I'll be going to Dublin this summer. I'm looking forward to some classics, the new Rock DJ version, less covers, and hopefully Forbidden Road. I absolutely love everything swing from Robbie, and I hope to see Ain't That a Kick in the Head on the set list. Could It Be Magic? Please, one time do the full version and not just the teaser. And the list goes on. Love My Life, Better Man, of course, Something Stupid as a duet with the fabulous Dinoche, Kids, Come Undone, Strong is an absolute must, no regrets. Something Beautiful has always been a favorite of mine, but I've never heard it live. I hope it has found new fame through the Better Man film and can go back on the set list. And while we're at it, Old Before I Die, Tripping, and Hot Fudge. That's it from me. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Silke.
So yeah, she said Could It Be Magic as well, and Swing.
Ain't That Kick in the Head?
Yeah, that's a popular song. He has sung that when he's been doing like the private gigs recently, you know, for...
Oh, right, okay.
I can't remember the examples, but you know, when
Could
he's
be
been
a
paid
contender,
to do
though.
it, he quite often does that one.
Yeah, he obviously likes that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something Stupid.
Yes.
That's a favourite of ours. And that was sort of featured a little bit in the film, so...
Yes, it was, yeah.
Maybe.
Kids.
Yeah.
Come Undone. Obviously, that's going to be in there, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And Something Beautiful. A lot of people obviously pushing for that. So, yeah, that's come back into the consciousness, I think, through the film as well.
Yeah.
Hot Fudge. Oh, well done, Silke. Yeah, that's a good song. And Tripping.
Yeah.
Tripping's got to make it back.
Yeah.
Got to. And then we have Andrea from Germany. So we have a message from Andrea. I am Andrea from Dusseldorf, Germany, and a big fan from the beginning of Robbie's career. I saw his concert in 2006 in Cologne with 80,000 other people. It was great, but after that experience, I never wanted to join such a big concert again. Because I am now 55 years old, even 4 years older than Robbie himself, and I am now too old for such big events. But I always liked to watch his legendary concert in Nebworth in 2003 at home on DVD. My absolute favourite from all songs is Feel, and it has to be in his playlist. The second one is No Regrets, then Come Undone, Me and My Monkey, Advertising Space, Supreme, Eternity, Millennium, Rock DJ, and of course Angels. I also like Indestructible very much, but it's not as famous as the other ones. I don't think he will perform this in a concert.
Supreme. That's the first person to say that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so far. Yeah. Supreme.
I mean, he did play that on the last tour, and not in the UK. I think he started playing it as the tour went on. Maybe by the time he got to Dublin,
yeah,
he dropped something. I can't remember what it was, and was doing Supreme. But yeah, it's a shame that you won't get to see him on tour. But hopefully, you'll get to look at lots of footage online and enjoy.
Oh yeah. It'll all go off, won't it? Suddenly, all of our feeds, including our feed, of course, will be full of Robbie pictures and videos, people enjoying it. So you can catch up.
Yeah.
Vicariously. That's a
Yeah.
big word, isn't it? Yeah. So Indestructible.
Yeah, that's a great dance song.
Yeah. Another vote for Me and My Monkey. That's going to have to be in there, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
We all want to hear that.
Let's hear from Angela Saunders in Scotland.
Hello, Lucy and Matt. I hope you're both well. So here's my set list in no particular order, because it's just I haven't thought about an order about this. But these are the songs I love to be in the tour. Lazy Days, Hot Fudge, Love Light, Better Man, Forbidden Road, Come Undone, Advertising Space, I Will Talk, and Hollywood Would Listen, just because of the film and that. Relight My Fire, because I love to hear Rob singing that. Feel, Love My Life, Mark the Knife, Rock DJ, Gospel, I Want to Be Like You, Trippin', Swing Supreme, Eternity, Disco Symphony, because that would be brilliant in the stadium. And obviously, the finish off would be Angels. Hope that's right. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Angela.
Thank you, Angela. Yeah. So
Disco Symphony.
Disco Symphony.
Oh,
One of your
love that
faves.
song. Yeah. That's a good choice, Angela.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether he'd do it, though, because it was like a song on 25, like, deluxe, sort of second CD.
Should do it, though, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Should do it.
Another shout for I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen as well.
Yes. Interesting that she picked Relight My Fire. That was one I hadn't thought of.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's in the film as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and he was supposed to sing it originally until, obviously, as you saw in the film, they got Gary to sing it instead.
It's another one that they could have some production fun with as well.
They could have the fire, because he doesn't normally get to have lots of fire on stage. It'd give him an excuse to do that.
Could do a film-esque version. Get the actors along and.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Sure, they'd love to do it, knowing them. Yeah, and a couple of swing numbers in there, Angela. Yeah. Bit balanced set. Yeah.
She said Advertising Space as well.
Oh yeah.
And Hot Fudge.
Yeah.
Lazy Days. Yeah.
Well, Advertising Space is in the can, ready to go, isn't it? Do you
think they would use the same?
Well, maybe not.
Video
I don't know.
footage,
I would.
It's only been used like a few times.
I would say they should, because it was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, that whoever they actually got to design that, I don't know if we know, do we? But
it's Kim Gavin, isn't it? Didn't he do Hyde Park? And I think he's doing the tour as well.
So yeah, I think that they should reuse that, because it was perfect. It doesn't need any. There was something very emotional about seeing the visuals and the performance. And for those of you who didn't see Hyde Park, I mean, you're in for a treat if they do include that, because it was amazing. So if the powers that be are listening, just put that in. There you go. It's a slam dunk.
I reckon they will.
So shall we hear from Susanna from the Netherlands?
Yeah.
Hi, I am Susanna, and I'm from the Netherlands. And on the June 22, I'm going to Robbie Williams, and I will be in the Golden Circle in the Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam. Last year I was in the Hyde Park in London, which was also fantastic. The songs I would like to hear in the arena are, of course, as an opening, Let Me Entertain You. And then Feel, and you have built it up a bit, of course. And then Something Beautiful, and go to Candy and Tripping. He also has to talk a bit in between, so we have a nice chat between songs, blah blah blah. And then On the Road to Mandalay, and Me and My Monkey, of course, and Into the Silence. Then Rock DJ, the new version of Better Man album. Of course, No Regret cannot be missed, because that is together with Me and My Monkey my most beloved songs. Then Love My Life and Leslie, Angels. I have heard She's the One and Eternity too much, and I think it's a bit too sweet. And of course, I'm curious about his latest music. Many greetings of Susanne from the Netherlands. Bye bye. See you. Oh yeah, also, I'd like to hear Into the Silence. That's also a beautiful number. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Susanna. And she just threw one in at the end there like that.
But she had already said it, I think.
Into the Silence.
Just she wanted to make sure that she didn't miss it.
Yeah, so what do you think about Susanna's votes?
Yeah, I mean, Mandalay. Yeah, that's a good one. Candy, Tripping, Into the Silence. I don't know what the chances are of him doing it. I mean, can you imagine it be so good?
It would be.
I could just imagine loads of really cool lighting and just, I think it would be great, but I just don't know whether he'd do it.
I'd imagine it, and it may be on my list.
Okay.
Let's see. It would be incredible. Very powerful song.
And she has obviously mentioned the new music, which we definitely want to hear. Because I think when people are sending in their lists, they're forgetting that there's a possibility.
Well, it's hard to know what's not out, isn't it? So, I think people are thinking about what's already there, but doesn't mean to say that they don't want new music, Rob.
Exactly. So I'm going to read out Phil from the UK's set list, and he's seeing Rob in London. He wants it to start with Hey Wow Yeah Yeah, then Let Me Entertain You, Lazy Days, then he's put in New Song, good one Phil, Come Undone, Better Man, Rock DJ, Forbidden Road. So he's kind of put a bit of a Better Man bit together there.
Yeah.
Oh, then Candy and Me and My Monkey.
Oh,
so
right.
He's kind of got 5 songs together that were part of the film.
That works.
Well,
Phil.
Me and My Monkey wasn't, but it should have been.
No, but it
fits.
By association. Everyone wants it. Come on.
Radio, Tripping, Sin Sin Sin, She's the One. Then he's put New Song again. No Regrets, Feel, Advertising Space, Kids and Angels.
Like what you've done there, Phil. Brought made space for the new songs.
Yeah.
The Little Better Man medley section.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Radio, Tripping and Sin Sin Sin, they go together well. That trio of songs, I think.
Yeah, because obviously they were written with Stephen Duffy.
Yeah. They should be showcased.
I think, actually, is Phil the first person to mention She's the One? Or has someone else mentioned it? I can't remember. Possibly.
I think he might be.
Yeah. I find that interesting. No one's actually bothered to mention it.
Well, I mean, now I can't think about it without thinking about the film.
Yeah.
So
it would have to be a duet. I think if they did it on this tour, he should sing it as a duet with one of the girls or like mixed with the girls.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because it's such a beautiful version as a duet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good set there. Like that. So shall we hear from Lindsay?
Yep.
Hi everyone, it's Lindsay from London, and I can't wait to see Robbie at the Emirates Stadium in July. I am really hoping he'll play some of his versions from the Better Man movie, especially Rock DJ. I love that version. And Forbidden Road and Something Beautiful would be fab as well. Can't wait to see you all there at the Barrier. Bye.
Yeah, see you there, Lindsay.
Well, you won't because we're not going to London, but other people will.
I just, you have to say that. Other people see you there, Lindsay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so Better Man songs, I think we're guaranteed to get all of those, I would say.
Yeah.
I think he will do the Better Man version of Rock DJ. Definitely.
I think so. I think that's... they're both amazing songs in their own right, but the production of the new one, oh my goodness, it's just added a new energy to it, hasn't it? That you didn't think could be added.
Yeah. It's quite incredible, isn't it? How people do that.
Yeah, it makes it sound so fresh and just, and then everyone that's seen the film, I mean, you can't hear it without seeing what happened in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, good choice.
Okay, let's play Johan from France's message.
Hello, my name is Johan. I'm from France, and I will see Rob at Paris. So my wish list for the set list is Let Me Entertain You, Monsoon, Bodies, Tripping, Advertising Space, Commandum, Better Man, Me and My Monkey, Forbidden Road, Karma Killer, Supreme, Millennium, Something Beautiful, Candy, Phil, Rock DJ, She's the One, Angels, and the new one, Rocket. Thanks a lot.
Rocket.
Rocket?
So, yeah, on the set list on the 25 tour, when, they have the piece of paper with all the songs on the stage, and then they hand it out to people at the front after the concert.
Yeah.
It did initially say in red, like all the other songs were in black, but in red, Rocket, new in brackets, new song. And they never played it on the tour. So we know that this song exists. And also, obviously, Carl Brazil has spoken about it in an interview.
Strong choices from Johan there. Yeah.
Yeah. Karma Killer again. Supreme.
Tripping.
Yeah. All popular.
Tripping keeps coming in. Me and Monkey. Yes.
Millennium, he said.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he'll do Millennium. I feel like he won't on this tour.
Well, we know it's not one of his faves.
Yeah.
He knows it goes down well, but it's not one of his faves. So
I'm thinking he might not bother on this tour.
Yeah, I think it might go. But
yeah.
So shall we hear from Caroline Courtney? And we have a message from Caroline. My name is Caroline, hoping to see Robbie in Melbourne, Australia. While this is any songs we want to hear on the next tour, my hope is more about what I don't want to hear. A different take on things, Caroline? Okay. My hope is that Rob doesn't become predictable, that the same songs get shuffled out each tour. I would gladly not hear She's the One for a few tours, and the amount of times I've heard Angels with the Better Man promo tour, it began to not have the same impact and seem like he's just going through the motions, giving them what they want to hear. Oof. True, I guess. I love Rob and have been to tour after tour. I love the way he always includes an Aussie classic in his tours here, so would love to hear what he pulls out this time. Would love for him to have a local act sing a song with him in each country. Good idea.
Yeah.
Karma Killer would be awesome to hear. Hot Fudge, Bodies, Mixed Signals. Some medleys from the albums would also be great too. Live Through a Lens. Okay.
So, I've got to say I'm kind of with Caroline on She's the One. But I think because it was featured so heavily in the film, I feel like it will be included again. I can't see him not doing it.
No.
Don't you think? But I'd probably say that I'd be happy to not hear it on this tour.
Yeah.
Because he plays it every single tour and it's a nice moment when he dedicates it to a person in the crowd, but he's done that on the last tour. Like, surely he won't do that again on this tour. Do you know what I mean? He needs to mix it up a bit.
There's other ways of bringing people in and dedicating a song to people. And I think he's got lots of others where he could do that.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because
it is.
It's obviously a big part of the film, but you won't see that song on my dream set list either. And she said Mixed Signals as well. Yeah, it is a popular song.
Right, now we're going to hear from Caroline from Austria.
Hello, Rob. Hello, friendlies. This is Caroline from Austria. I'm looking forward to your stadium tour in summer. It's not even 3 months now for me, for the first gig. Where will I be? I will be in Vienna, of course. I will be in Berlin the 2 nights. I will be in Munich. I will be in Prague. And I will be in Klagenfurt. If you need any idea for, special songs you could do with the crowd, for Vienna, I recommend Vienna Calling by Falco. And for Klagenfurt, you could check out Josh, who is one of your supports, and his song Tickets for Oasis, which is very nice. And you like Oasis, so Well, now to the important things. For the wish set list, for me, there are not too many big hits on my wish set list. There are some, but not a lot. There is no Let Me Entertain You, and there is no Angels. But I would have 5 parts. I thought of 5 parts, 5 blocks, so to say. And the first block would start with Old Before I Die, because I think it fits so perfectly. Well, these are strange days we're living in today. Yes, they are. So I would start with Old Before I Die, and I love the general idea of I hope I'm old before I die, because I hope I'm old before I die and not die young. I want to see my 3 kids grow up, have kids, see them grow up. I really want to be old before I die. And I think it's a great song as an intro. Then I would suggest Not Like the Others. I think we and the friendlies are maybe sometimes not like the others. And I like the song and I like the lyrics. Then I would suggest Be a Boy, because be a boy. Let Love Be Your Energy, because it fits. Also, to Old Before I Die, if you're willing to change the world, let love be your energy. I think this is something you think about a lot. And yeah, when I read your thoughts on the Cuddle Club and your Insta, that's often an important thing. So Let Love Be Your Energy would be song number 4. Then I would suggest Strong. Okay, 1 big hit. Then to end the first block for me would be Make Me Pure. I love the line, I know I'm gonna die, so my revenge is living well. And it's also, it's a good fit with Old Before I Die, I think. So that would be the first block. The second part would start with, for me, a little bit slower, with Go Gentle, and also a little bit swingy. So the second part would be a swing part kind of style. Go Gentle. You could talk about your first child, being a father. Yeah, the stuff. Then I would suggest Dream a Little Dream and or Little Green Apples. For me, but if it's too much, or. You could do a wonderful duet with one or both of these songs, with Dinesh, maybe Teddy, I don't know. Just stripped down, very simple. I love the songs. And the last song of the second part for me would be No One Likes a Fat Pop Star, because it's also, kind of important to you. And it's very up to date. Just saying Ozempic and stuff. You could talk about this a little bit, I think. Would be nice. Third part for me would start with, second child song, Motherfucker. I just love the song. I think it's great for a crowd. Then I would love to hear The Road to Mandalay and Eternity. If you want in a new combination or in some kind of medley, I don't know what you could do with those two. The third part is a little bit slower, as you see. Better Man. You can talk about the film. You don't have to be talking about the film as you like. Then I would suggest a song where I know you won't be singing it because it's just too hard. But I think at this point of the show, it would fit perfectly. It's David's song. I would really love to hear that live, but I know it's just too hard. It's just not possible. I know that, but I just wanted to say it anyway. And the last song of the third part for me would be Losers, because I really also love it. By the way, if you want to do a cover somewhere in between, you could do You Are Young by Keane. It's also a song that I really, really love. It fits the age thing, because in a gig, I really feel this energy of you are young. Yeah, I'm young at a gig. And it's very good to sing along. I don't know if you know the song, but it's this... It's very good to sing along for a crowd, I think. So that would be my cover suggestion. Well, then the fourth part. I have to say I would need more time to figure out really which song at really which place. It's getting a little bit, not perfect. But the fourth part for me would be gospel, handsome man, ghosts, and something beautiful. Something beautiful could be tricky for me because it's my ringtone as well, and I'm sure it would think somebody's calling me. Yeah, this would be my fourth part. And the fifth and last part of the show, not necessarily in this order, would be Morning Sun, The Trouble with Me, Advertising Space, Sin, 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 and then to end the set, Into the Silence. Although it might not end in silence, of course, as it's a stadium gig, I know. So I really need more time to think about the set list, which song at which position, but that's a first draft and there's not more time. But maybe there could be a song for Coco and Bo as well. I don't know. That would be great. Yeah, then the show would end with Into the Silence. Then it would be finished. And then for the encore, I would suggest First Lost. I loved hearing it at London Live. I think it would work. Maybe needs a little bit of time, but it would work. Then, of course, Forbidden Road. It's been played all day long in Austrian radio, so this definitely would work in Austria. And then, Feel, one of the big hits, but I really love Feel. Feel is great. And then for the really last song, I would suggest My Way. Yeah, and if you think you have to do Angels, because everybody needs to hear Angels, you could just start with I Sit and Wait and leave the stage, because the crowd would sing the song. Yeah, these are my suggestions, my thoughts on this matter. I am really looking forward to the tour, and looking forward to seeing you and all of the friendlies. It's going to be a great summer. Bye.
Thank you, Caroline.
Did you really put some thought into that?
Well, it was very in-depth, wasn't it? I mean, we know that Caroline is a musician, plays the piano.
Yeah.
And so, she's taking this extremely seriously. And I think she was actually telling Rob what to do there. But, wow, what a well thought through, sectioned list.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, lots there. Caroline has suggested some local songs that would work.
Yeah.
That's always very interesting, isn't it? He does
like to do that.
That shows a lot of empathy for your audience when you can do things like that. And I think he does like things like that, as you say.
Yeah. I like the idea of him doing some duets and maybe getting Teddy up to do a duet, because it's going to happen at some point, isn't it?
It is.
Not for the whole tour, but maybe he might do it once.
It is, and he's gonna choose a moment to do that at some stage.
It may not be on this tour.
I'm sure
but
that she's badgering him for it,
definitely.
don't you?
Oh, 100%.
I bet she has been for several years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless her.
And then she's got a swing section, including Fat Pop Star. That was quite funny what she said about that.
Yeah. I do like the idea of that. Obviously, I think that is the way that they build the set list in sort of sections.
Yeah.
Obviously, they work out what works together. And Fat Pop Star is it's a funny song, isn't it? It would be funny if they got him in the fat suit again. It'd be a bit hot for him, but it'd be amusing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Lower him down from the top.
Oh, God. And she's put Motherfucker on there.
Motherfucker.
Great. That was so good on the Heavy Entertainment Show tour.
Yes, that's where it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, and also the Let Me Entertain You tour.
Yeah.
David's song. Sadly,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll do that one. It's too emotional. I think he's only sung it a handful of times.
Yeah. Yeah, and Losers has come up a few times.
Yeah.
Also a good suggestion of a cover. I hadn't thought like that. I hadn't, because obviously Rob does like the odd cover there, here and there.
Yeah,
and
we don't need any covers.
Oh, okay. All right. That's why I haven't thought of any, because I get told off. Although I do like Creep by Radiohead a lot.
She wants Into the Silence.
Yes, that's in there. Morning
Yeah.
Sun.
Yeah. It's a great, it is, I mean, there's a lot of songs on there that people have said on their lists, so they are popular.
Yeah. So,
yeah. My Way, that's a good one.
yeah, I love the way Caroline says, yeah, you can finish My Way, and if you want Angels, you have to do it. Just get the crowd to sing it. Like, does that anyway, doesn't he?
Well, he's like he's not going to do Angels. He'll be doing Angels.
Give the people what they want, but also give the hardcore fans what they want as well, Rob. Balance it a bit.
Yeah.
And some new music.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
So shall we hear from our next special guest?
James.
Hi, champions and listeners of the Robbie Williams Rewind podcast. This is James here, coming to you from Edinburgh to tell you about my wishes and my predictions for Robbie's upcoming stadium tour. So, as you can tell, probably by the accent, I'm not actually from Edinburgh. I'm originally from the Isle of Wight. Although this summer, Edinburgh is probably the best place to be living as a Robbie fan, because as we know, the opening night is over here in Murrayfield. So that's where I'll be seeing Robbie this year, as well as Bath, for a second showing. So what would I like to hear on the tour? Well, as I'm sure is the case for most of us, in an ideal world, I'd be giving you so many under-the-radar tracks and less-known favourite tracks, but I'm going to have to be somewhat realistic with my hopes. So, aside from the obvious hits that we hear on every tour, I'm going to give you 3 of my top picks, favourites / predictions. So, first, I'm going to say Me and My Monkey. So if you asked me this a couple of years ago, I probably would have said that this is unlikely to come up because Rob said he wasn't going to play this live anymore. But we have heard it recently at the Sydney New Year's Eve gig. So I reckon that this time round, Me and My Monkey has a fair chance of popping up on the set list. It's one of my all-time favourite songs, and I know it's quite long. So to be on a stadium tour, possibly quite rare, but taking out a verse like he did at the New Year's Eve gig. Well, I think at the New Year's Eve gig he took out 2 verses, right? That's too much, Rob, okay? Take out 1 verse if you're going to take out a verse. Even though I'd love to hear the whole thing, I think it's fair to say Me and My Monkey has a fair shot of coming up. But yeah, I think I have every lyric committed to memory with the number of times that I play it still. I'd also like to hear Lost. We hardly heard it on the XXV tour. It's such a beautiful track. It needs another chance. I think it's one of his best releases, to be honest, in recent years. It has such a powerful chorus, and that bridge, that will give him a chance to show off his falsetto, definitely. So Lost. And finally, I'm going to say Bodies. That's going to be my last pick, because Reality Killed the Video Star as an album. It was the soundtrack to my childhood growing up, and it just brings back so many memories. And Bodies particularly, that was my favourite song even before I was a Robbie super fan. So I just want to hear it at every tour, no matter what. We haven't heard it in a few years now, so... And I'm yet to hear it in person, so come on, Rob. Come on. I know you've got it in you. Before I go, actually, I'm just going to fire a few quick predictions at you without any massive explanation. Forbidden Road, Something Beautiful, Tripping, Eternity, Radio, Old Before I Die, and You Know Me. Yeah, I think those are going to come up, / hope they come up. Yeah, so that's that. And I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing time at the tour. Champions, thank you so much for having me. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts when the tour's kicked off. Peace be with you.
Oh, what a lovely message from James.
Very good.
Yeah. I like the way he put it together in a slightly different way as well.
Yeah.
It's nice. So he's sort of amazing explanations for his top 3.
Yeah. Me and my monkey, I like how he said, maybe you can drop 1 verse, but don't drop 2.
Yeah. Wise advice there, James. And I'm sure Rob will listen to that. I think it's got, the more I hear everyone saying it now, including me, I think it might be on your list, I'm not sure. It's got to be in there.
Yeah.
They can have so much fun with it and use the whole thing. Make it long. Do a show with it. Bring in the monkey. Do,
dancers.
Bring it.
Whatever.
Yeah, bring it. James, you're so right. You're so right. And, of course, Lost.
Yeah. But I think it'll be lost from the set list.
Lost will be lost. But what James said was just spot on. It is an incredible song. It's really, really good.
I know.
I know Rob wasn't feeling it on XXV, but bring it back and see how it goes. Put it somewhere else. Play with it. But yeah, it doesn't deserve to be,
forgotten,
put in the cupboard, does it?
No.
And Bodies.
Yeah, it's popular.
Yeah, it is very popular, Rob.
It's just like an iconic song, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. So yeah, I can see why. I like what James did there about narrowing down his top 3.
Yeah.
That's a good way of doing it. And then his predictions. What do you think about his predictions?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what other people have said. But yeah, he said, You Know Me. Only a couple of people have said that.
Oh, Before I Die.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Before I Die. I reckon there's a possibility
of live, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It works because everyone knows it, and it's
just classic.
Yeah,
it's
anthemic. It works in the stadium. Everyone sings all the lines. Yeah. Good, strong choice there, James. And now we have a list that's been sent in by Marissa Muir. It might be a bit long, but I'm here for it. Let me entertain you. Rock DJ, Kids, Millennium, Come Undone, Hot Fudge, Feel, She's the One, Candy, I Take That medley. That's something Lucy's never going to disagree with, right? Better Man, World's Most Handsome Man, Something Beautiful, Monsoon, Old Before I Die, Strong, Eternity, Singing for the Lonely, interesting, Love My Life, Motherfucker, Party Like a Russian, Heavy Entertainment Show, The Road to Mandalay, Sexed Up, Sin Sin Sin, Forbidden Road, and Angels.
So interesting choices, isn't there? Singing for the Lonely.
Yeah.
That's obviously one of her favourites.
Yeah.
Party Like a Russian, Motherfucker. Heavy Entertainment Show. I don't think he'll do that because it's not the Heavy Entertainment Show tour. That's a very Heavy Entertainment Show tour song, I would say.
Yeah, it is. I thought about putting it in. I don't think I did put it in. I would like to hear it.
Yeah.
But I think it was designed for the opening of that show.
Yeah. Unless she meant HES maybe, but she has written a Heavy Entertainment Show. So yeah.
Good evening, children of cultural abandon. It's sort of designed for that show, but I would like it to be. I'd like to hear it again. What about The World's Most Handsome Man?
Yeah, that's
Come and
a
pick the sweet corn
song.
out of this.
I love that song. I'd love to hear him sing that.
It's funny.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah. Yeah, some good choices in there, Marissa.
Yeah. Thank you. So now I'll read a message from Milena in Brazil. Hello, I am from Brazil and I absolutely love Robbie Williams since my 20s. I'm 51. Here in Brazil, he is not as known as in Europe, so I always go to his concerts around the world. He came to Rio in Brazil in 2006. I live in Sao Paulo, but of course I went to his concert in Rio. I also went to Buenos Aires, Argentina the same year. In 2023, it was Carnival here, the most popular holiday in Brazil, 5 days, and I hate it. So I thought, Where will Robbie be singing? Oh, Berlin? So let's go. And I went to his 2 concerts in Berlin in a few days' travel. Now I will have work vacations in June. So again, where will Robbie be singing? Copenhagen on June the 19th. So here I go again. I love all his songs, but I missed one beautiful new song in Berlin, Lost.
Oh.
Please can it be any set list, but Lost needs to be on it. And the song right next to Lost on his album, More Than This. Please, Robbie, I'm coming from Brazil again. Sing Lost and More Than This for me. I love that.
Well, there you go, Rob. There's your request from Milena.
Well, she's not wrong. It's a popular song. People do want to hear it, even though he said he didn't feel like it went down very well.
They do want to hear it. And just because people aren't bopping up, and we've said this before on the podcast, just so people aren't bopping up and down and jumping about, doesn't mean to say they aren't enjoying it. I mean, that absolutely is just, you feel that song so much. It's a beautiful one. So, yeah, let's hear it. Hopefully, Milena, you hear that one.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Now let's play another message from our friend Tony.
Hi, the champions. Tony Lewis here. Hope this finds you and all of the Robbie Rewind universe fit and well. Looking forward to the summer of gigs all across Europe. Anyway, you've asked for some input on the set list. First and foremost, I think that with Kim Gavin in charge, the production is going to be absolutely spectacular and the staging is going to be out of this world. Maybe a couple of whispers. But with that will come the recycling and remastering of all the big bangers that the mainstream want and demand and expect, and that's understandable. I think for the hardcore, we just want a bit of the under-the-radar stuff, maybe a few B-sides and whatnot. HES for me, a standout. I'm sure you're of a similar ilk. On top of that, I'd like to hear a couple of Better Man theme tunes, the title track itself, Better Man of course, and maybe even Something Beautiful, which I think is a beautiful rendition during the movie at the piano with Guy. Top of that, listen, it's going to be fantastic, and hope to see you all at some point throughout the summer. Enjoy. Peace.
Oh, thanks, Tony. And we were with Tony just before recording this, actually, weren't we? We went to enjoy one of his gigs in Christchurch, down here in Dorset, and had an incredible night. I think we mentioned it earlier on. So thank you, Tony, for that. What do you think then? Tony's assessment.
HES. That would be amazing.
Wouldn't it just?
God, it would go down in the gold circle.
Yes.
But I'm not sure about the rest of the stadium, and that would be Robbie's worry, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But, sometimes you've got to take a risk, haven't you, do these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better Man, Something Beautiful.
Pretty guaranteed, I reckon.
Yes. Yeah.
Be surprised if he doesn't do those.
Yeah.
So, should we hear from Pam Thompson?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pam, and I'm going to see Rob in Edinburgh and in Paris. On the set list for this stadium tour, I'd love to hear Hot Fudge. I think it's one that really gets the crowd going, and it's just a tune.
Thanks, Pam.
Pam, couldn't agree more with you on that one. I love it. It's so funky and just, I think we've talked about it a lot on the podcast, and when we talked about that song, it is, there's something that just gets you going.
Yeah.
Good energy.
Definitely. His problem is he's got so many amazing songs. It's impossible to choose, isn't it?
Yeah. But I kind of like I kind of like it when it goes a bit funky. I like a pop. It is a pop song.
Yeah.
But there's something about the diddle. There's something funky about that.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. And the yeehaw. So shall we hear another list?
Yeah.
This is Tess from Sydney. So she would have the intro being the national anthem of Robbie.
Yeah, it's a while since we've had that.
Yeah, roll that back in there. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny. I mean, another great opener. Very clever to start the show with things like that. Yeah, and it gets it, builds the tension, gets the energy going. Okay, then she goes into Let Me Entertain You, of course. Or Before I Die. You have that early on.
Yeah,
that works. No Regrets. Me and My Monkey, it's there again. There's not many people that haven't said it.
No.
Sexed Up.
Love it.
Karma Killer. Tripping. Heaven From Here. New song. Tessa's being clever as well and making space for the new songs.
Yeah.
I like that. Rock DJ, but the Better Man version. Yeah. Hot Fudge. Say No More. We've just been talking about that. Pam's choice. Something Beautiful. Better Man version.
We wonder which one it'll be.
The Trouble With Me.
Yeah.
Come Undone. Yes. Not Like the Others.
Love it.
A new song. Losers with Sarah Jane. Forbidden Road. And then for the encore, I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen. Sensational.
Oh, love Sensational.
Wow. You pulled that out of the bag, Tess. And then Angels.
Yeah. Some great choices on there.
Yeah. It's a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah. The Trouble With Me. That's a really good song.
Yeah.
Not Like the Others. I love that one.
Yeah, I like that. Strong choices there. Tess has really thought about that. And new music. Yes, let's not forget that.
Yes.
Just because people haven't said new music in their list doesn't mean to say they don't want new music.
Exactly.
They just don't know what it is yet, apart from Rocket.
Which we obviously haven't heard, but we think it sounds like it will be good from the descriptions of it.
So, shall we hear from Alex?
Good evening, folks. Good evening, champions. I like your idea, guys. So let's think about the greatest set list for the Robbie's tour this summer. Well, I would say I really like to combine and prepare set list for the concerts because of two reasons. First reason, you have no any responsibility. You will not perform anything. It's Robbie who will perform, right? But anyway, that's the first reason. Second reason why I like to prepare the lists, because it's all about Robbie's backlog, and it's very easy to choose many great songs. Of course, we know to each other. Unfortunately, Robbie is a little bit lazy for the recently, and don't use a lot songs what he has. Unfortunately, once again, I repeat this word, because in my opinion he should and he can perform much more different songs. Anyway, let's start. Okay, let's start. So firstly, I just to name the songs from first to the last one, and then I can describe if you want. So, the intro song, even without Robbie, is the national anthem of Robbie. The next one, Let Me Entertain You. Candy, Old Before I Die. Me and My Monkey. Trippin', Come Undone, Advertising Space, Kids with Lottery Winners, New Song, Something Beautiful, Standard Version, Better Man on the Guitar, Rock DJ, a Better Man version, Relight My Fire, Be a Boy, Feel, Forbidden Road, Love My Life, The Road to Mandalay. And then, after break, I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen. My Way, maybe with a pre-recorded video with Speed Conway. And the latest, Angels. After the concert, already without any performances, Sensational. That's it. So, the national anthem of Robbie. Yeah, I like this. I like when everybody try to think that's a real anthem. And I like this feeling. So I hope it will be on the tour. Of course, Let Me Entertain You, the first real song. No comments here, okay? Candy. So we need even more great feelings in that moment. So Candy, the second. All Before I Die. Well, I still love this song. I hope this rock style will be added to this tour. Next one, Me and My Monkey. Of course, he must edit it to the movie. Unfortunately, he did it. He didn't, and Michael, he didn't. Doesn't matter that maybe it's not so clear about the subject of the movie. It must be. If no in the movie, so let's add it to the tour, right? Trippin', the next one. Well, Trippin', one of the best of Robbie. He must implement it. It's a really cool song. Come Undone, of course, in my opinion, it's the best Robbie song. I'm not sure it's my favorite, okay? My favorite is No Regrets, usually. But Come Undone is a real Robbie. It's a real Robbie. Next one, Advertising Space, of course, because he performed it a few times recently, and why not? Kids with Lottery Winners. I'm sure these guys will join him on the scene. Maybe this song is not bad idea. Next one, new song. I'm not sure he will add too much new songs, but at least one would be fine. Okay. Next point, Something Beautiful. He has never performed it in live, really. Maybe only one time in 2003, but nobody heard it. So please, Robbie, please add it in the standard version. Next one, Better Man on the guitar by Rob himself. I really hope he will get guitar again and perform it. Rock DJ in a Better Man version, of course, no comments. Relight My Fire, in my opinion, is one of the best song on official original Better Man soundtrack record. I really like it. So, come on, be a little bit. We want the next exact song in the set list. So why not? Be a Boy. So kind song, so I like this sound. And I want to hear the sounding again. This of Kings of Leon sounding. Feel, of course. Forbidden Road. He must add it. Love My Life, of course. And The Road to Mandalay, the latest song before break. Why not? I think it has a really great sounding, mood, and maybe he will choose not the original version, but XV version. Would be fine for the latest. And next, after break, let's do this. I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen. Yes, maybe movie hasn't get Hollywood, but if he will perform in Europe, in Australia, maybe as well, why don't perform it? It's a really great song. My Way, next point, one of the latest. I really hope they will think how to perform it really great and visual. And I would ask Pete if he has possibility, of course, to record the video of this song, maybe some parts, and put it on the screens. Something like they used before with Kylie Minogue in Manchester in 2000 year, or with Bohemian Rhapsody with Queen. The latest song is Angels. Well, and then, because I really love sensational song, I want to hear it, and I'm waiting it in the end when they will come out and listening this song would be great adding to the set list. So 21 song, I think it's fine. Maybe 20 usually for Rob, but 21, 22 is also not bad, and he used such quantity not so far away. Well, I fortunately know She's the One and Nobody's. Frankly speaking, I don't know how to implement it, because I really want to have all songs what I really already mentioned. So that's my set list. I hope you will like it and enjoy yourself this spring, this summer. Good luck to everybody who will go to the tour. You, Matt, Lucy, you still make a really great job, and I hope our recordings, and I hope that our recordings of our requests for the songs will reach Robbie and his team, and maybe he will choose the greatest set list of his career. Good luck again, and see you soon, I hope. Bye-bye.
Oh, thanks, Alex. Wow, choose the greatest set list of his career. Well, this is it. This is our mission, isn't it? To provide all these input and ideas and be a part of it. Yeah. So what do you think then, Lucy, of Alex's choices and assessment?
Yeah, it's interesting how he said kids with the lottery winners.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, wouldn't it be great to do a collab?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Well, I think that they will do. I've put that on my set list.
Oh, I thought I'd sort of seen it somewhere else before.
To do because how he had Ollie come on for kids on the Take the Crown tour, whether he might get the lottery winners on to sing a duet with him on his tour.
Oh, that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd work well.
Yeah, I mean, he's put a lot of songs that other people have mentioned. He said the national anthem of Robbie. Having Candy straight after Let Me Entertain You, that might be quite good fun. And
Yeah.
Old Before I Die.
Get the energy going.
Yeah.
Old Before I Die's in there, yeah.
It's got advertising space.
Advertising space, of course. Tripping, yes.
Yeah. Be a Boy, another mention for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And The Road to Mandalay. And another shout for I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And My Way. I don't know whether Pete will do anything. Maybe they might show old footage of Pete singing it with Robbie.
They could bring that in, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a nice touch.
And I think when he talks about sensational, I think, you know how we have, I've had the time of my life playing as everyone leaves.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what he means with sensational, to have that playing as as people leave.
As the walkout music kind of thing, yeah.
That would be good fun. I like that idea.
I think that's always a nice touch, actually, when they do that, rather
Yeah.
than just like having nothing playing, because it kind of keeps the energy going, doesn't it?
Yeah.
People dance around and hugging each other and saying
Saying
goodbye.
goodbye,
And
yeah.
it's nice. It's not like being shooed out. I mean, the security do start shooing you out, but, you know, it kind of just keeps the vibe going for a bit, which is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
So now we've got a voice note from Dee in Australia.
Hi, my name's Deanne, but everyone calls me Dee. I am from Brisbane, Australia, the sunny state as it's called because of our beautiful weather and beautiful beaches. You will often see me at Rob's concerts with my husband Jason. We have travelled all over the world through Rob together. We've travelled from Dunedin in New Zealand to Nijmegen, in Holland to Vegas to London to Manchester, and all over various places of Europe to see Rob, including Australia, of course, all over Australia. This year we are coming over to see Rob in Frankfurt and Dublin. We have heard all about the Irish crowd and how they go off and go mental from Rob, so we couldn't resist and give it a go, and to see what it would be like compared to the Irish crowd to the Aussie crowd. So we thought it would be awesome to have a go at it. The song I'd like to hear most on this tour is Radio. Radio was the song opener for the Close Encounters tour. This is definitely a big stadium tune that gets the crowd pumped, and it is always overlooked and has been overlooked for many years now. Rob has said his inspiration for Radio was the Axel F song in Beverly Hills Cop. So, go Radio.
Yeah. Good choice there, Radio.
Yeah, very popular. I think it could work.
Love it. It's slightly alternative, and that's why I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think she's right about the Irish crowd.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have a ball over there, Dee. Absolutely. We love the Irish.
Yeah, we might see you there.
It's it's just an energy which isn't anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know
why.
Well, people joke about all
They've all been
the bars.
in the pub. Yeah.
That isn't it. That isn't all of it.
No.
There's just a spirit and an energy. Irish love the live music.
Yeah.
And it's just a buzz, and it's just a lovely place as well. So hopefully we hear Radio.
Yeah.
So next up we have Laura Stanley, and we have a message sent in from Laura. I do have an opinion on Robbie's set list because for the first time ever, I am not really excited about seeing him in June because I think the set list will be the same as the previous 6, 7, 8 times I've seen him. Apart from the ones he doesn't do very often, like No Regrets or Go Gentle, I would love him to do a little 10-minute compilation segment with samples of, for example, Sing When You're Winning or I've Been Expecting You. It would be my dream to hear Robbie sing Love Calling Earth. Then he could do World's Most Handsome Man. There are so many beautiful songs that we will never hear because of flipping Minnie the Moocher. I went to see Stevie Wonder at Hyde Park a few years ago when he sang every song from Songs in the Key of Life. It was brilliant, and again, a wish of mine that one day Robbie will do the same.
I think that's a question we asked him on the when we interviewed him.
Or whether he'd sing an entire album.
Yeah, and he asked us which one would you want me to sing, and I think I said Escapology or Life Through a Lens. But now looking back, I wish I'd said Under the Radar Volume 1.
Well, he'd have to do a UTR gig to do that, though, wouldn't he? So, maybe.
But some controversial thoughts from Laura.
Well, Laura's saying what she thinks.
Yeah, which is perfectly allowed.
She wants something a bit different. Get it?
Yeah, I like the idea of a compilation segment because he does that like little a cappella bits sometimes. He could do that where he just does some medley type things.
Yeah, I think there's no reason why not. I think a little, this could be the halfway house, Rob, for some of these ones which people want to hear.
Yeah.
And that is a way of bringing it in.
Yeah, some little snippets of some things.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, let's play the next message.
This is Sarah from Italy.
Hi there, this is Sarah, living in Italy. This year I'm planning to do London, Trieste in Italy, and also probably another gig later on during the summer, depending on when the other Pink Ladies can join me. We still have to organise that one. I put together a little set list. I put some of the old ones in as well, sorry. So what did I do? Let Me Entertain You, that's a must. Road to Mandalay, Old Before I Die, Back for Good, the rock version. We need some of that. Karma Killer, yes, I know. Strong, Eternity, Gold or Lost, it's up to you. Love My Life, Forbidden Road, we have to hear this. Feel, Advertising Space, Me and My Monkey, needs to be back. Sexed Up, No Regrets, and Angels. Thank you, and I hope some of them will be put in the set list this year. Enjoy.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. So what do you think, Liz?
Back for Good, punk version. That's all I can say.
You love that one.
I bloody love it. Yeah, it's so good.
Bloody love it.
Karma Killer and Gold / Lost. We know that Sarah is obsessed with Lost.
Yeah.
They had a campaign throughout the whole of the 25 tour where they kept trying to persuade Robbie to put it back on the set list. He was like, it's not happening.
And again, I mean, all the classics are there, but Advertising Space and Me and My Monkey.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sexed Up.
Sexed Up, yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Good choice, Sarah. Yeah, thanks.
Now we've got Juliana.
Hi guys, my name is Juliana and I am from Brazil and I live in the United States in Texas for 19 years now. And even though I'm a Robbie fan for the longest time, this is the first time I ever gonna watch him. I've never seen him before in person, and I'm going to be going to Ireland in Dublin in August this year. So I'm so excited, which is also going to be my birthday, so even more excited. So anyways, I know that we all love everything that Robbie sings, but my opinion, I think what I would like to listen to, it would be Angels, Better Man, Trippin', Rock GJ, Let Me Entertain You, Let Love Be Your Energy, Monsoon, Come Undone, Candy, Me and My Monkey, She's the One, Kids, I Love My Life, Different, Go Gentle, Motherfucker, Starstruck, Millennium, A Place to Crash, and obviously all the songs that people don't even know and that we all love so much, because I think that says a lot about his personality and who he is, and what he thinks, and it speaks to us, and this is why we love him so much as fans. So I also would like for him to hopefully do some Take That, like he usually does every once in a while. He will do, and I would like him to do the Everything Changes, and also I Found Heaven. That would be cool to hear, but it doesn't matter what he sings. I think anything he will put in there, it's gonna be amazing. And I hope I get to see you guys someday again. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Juliana.
So a funny story about Juliana is that when I went to see Take That in Malta, and I was on the boat trip that they had on, special Take That boat trip.
Yeah.
And I was just sat with all my friends at the back of the boat, and it was quite tight for space, so everyone was like wedged in, like with strangers basically. So I was kind of wedged in next to this girl, and I was chatting to my friend next to me, and then this girl turned to me and said, "Are you Lucy from Robbie Williams Rewind?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God, I recognise your voice. I listened to the podcast." So that was kind of weird. So that was how I met Juliana for the first time.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Oh.
So,
and going to Ireland
again,
to see him
for the
live
first
for
time.
the first time.
That's going to be so good.
On your birthday?
Yeah.
Goodness me. Even if he just sings anything, you'll be in heaven on that, all that. Yeah, cool. What a good way to start. So what do you think about some of the choices?
Starstruck, she's put on there. That's a great song.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Place to Crash.
Go Gentle. That is one of my favourites.
Different.
Yeah, love Different.
Me and Monkey, it's in there again. I don't know many people that haven't said it.
Yeah. And she's got Motherfucker on there. I mean, that's so good live.
It is. Especially when we're sat with your mum. So it's quite good.
Well, this time we're going to be sat with my mum and our daughter, who's only 13. No, 14, sorry.
She knows all the swear words.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Juliana. It was really, really good choices. And I Found Heaven as well, actually. I should mention that. I don't know whether, because it was in the film, there's a possibility you might do that as a Take That song.
That could be, they could do something very clever with that, couldn't they?
Yeah.
People would love that.
Yeah. God, I haven't seen him sing that for so many years.
Oh, it'd be funny. Well, not funny, but good funny. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean it in that way. I mean nice.
Yeah.
It'd be good. Yeah. Cool.
Now we've got some songs sent in from Matthias. He said, "I did it too fast, not B-sides, much deep cuts. Not that video of Do What You Like. Not Oasis covers. Not that oldie of The Land of a Thousand Dances." That's what he put. And then he's listed the songs. He's written, "Let Me Entertain You, Let Love Be Your Energy, Man Machine, Karma Killer, Win Some, Lose Some, Come Undone, Hot Fudge, A Place to Crash, Bodies, Love My Life, Rock DJ." Then he's put acoustic section, Better Man, Sexed Up, One of God's Better People, Encore, No Regrets, Feel, Angels, Back for Good, the punk version, Old Before I Die, and then ending with Lazy Days mixed with Hey Jude. That's a good, interesting one to finish on, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it just?
I like that idea. Some really good choices there.
Oh, yeah.
Man Machine. God, I haven't heard that for a long time.
Place to Crash again.
Yeah, it's a popular song. I remember it was popular when it came out.
Yeah. Yeah, an acoustic section. Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Very good idea. Yeah. Not finishing with Angels, finishing with Lazy Days and Hey Jude.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
Cool selection. Oh, and let Love Be Your Energy directly after Let Me Entertain You.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
There's just so much choice. It's impossible to do. I don't know how Robbie and his team will ever decide.
Some people know what they don't want, though. Maybe that's the easier way of doing this whole podcast. Yeah, we won't labour the point, but it's been mentioned a few times.
Okay, let's hear from Willie.
Hi, Matt, Lucy. Hope you're okay. I'm going to see Robbie in Edinburgh this year. I'm very much looking forward to the tour. I'm very much anticipating what he's going to do and what the stage is going to look like, and obviously what he's going to wear. For song-wise, I think he's going to do Let Me Entertain You, which is a given, really. Monsoon, because we haven't really heard that for a while. Land of a Thousand Dances, Come On Down, Me and My Monkey, because of the film that we have just had, and obviously Better Man. I think he's going to throw that one in there. I think he'll do Love My Life, and obviously I think he'll do a acoustic version of Something Beautiful, just like the film. I think there'll be a few new songs in there. I wonder if before the tour starts, we'll get like an album announcement or something. Yeah, so that's quite exciting. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the tour. Like I've just said, I think we'll obviously get Angels and obviously the classic Rock DJ. Yeah, I'm very much excited. Yeah. That's all I've got to say, really. Oh, and also I think it'll probably do BBC Radio 2 in a park this year, because obviously a few years ago it was meant to be doing it, but obviously that got cancelled because the Queen sadly died. But yeah, I think you might be doing that this year. You never know, fingers crossed. I suppose it depends on his schedule, really. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the tour and see what it brings. Yeah. Hope to see you there. All the best.
Thanks, Willie.
Willie, thank you. Yeah.
I don't think he will be doing Radio 2 Live in the Park, because that's normally in September, and I think he's on tour in September in Europe, so I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I like your thoughts on the new songs. I mean, maybe he might release like a single or something before the start of the tour, so that we all get to hear it before the tour starts.
That would be
with
clever.
Like an announcement that the album's coming later in the year.
That would be a good plan. Obviously, Lucy and I have been talking about this. That would be a good plan.
Yeah.
I think that would work. Because I think what we've probably established is that there wasn't really enough time to do full album release and promo before the tour. Because obviously Rob needed a break with his family and time off after the film and all that, which was intensive.
Yeah.
So, but that would be a lovely way of teasing. In fact, teasing the whole audience of all the tours that are going to go.
Yeah.
With the fact that there's new music on the way, and it would placate us a little bit to know that we know it's there, we know it's been made, it's just got to be released.
Yeah.
But yeah, having that single coming out would be a good idea.
So now we've got a message from Christina, and because it's a longer message, we're going to take in turns to read it out so we don't run out of breath.
Let's do that. So from Christina, let's set the frame first. For the intro, I'm a huge fan of Hey Wow Yeah Yeah. What an awesome surprise in London at the 25 show. I almost couldn't contain myself when it started. After that, the first song has to be Let Me Entertain You. Last song must be Angels. I absolutely love it. There's no way I'll vote for another last song. It's a spiritual thing every freaking time.
Between Let Me Entertain You and Angels, I'd like the big hits as, in random order, Kids, Rock DJ, I expect we'll get the Better Man version, which will be interesting, Feel, Come Undone, Love My Life and Supreme. I really hope Advertising Space stays. It's such a brilliant song, and Rob performed it so well last year. I expect a cover or two, and Don't Look Back in Anger is brilliant, so I'm hoping for that too.
I both expect and hope we get Better Man back on the set list. That would be great. And Forbidden Road must be on. The 25 version of She's the One is better than the original in my opinion, and even if it's one I don't feel strongly for, I do expect it'll be there. I wonder about Something Beautiful. The studio version isn't one of my favourites, but maybe it'll be better live. I kinda expect it will be represented on the set list.
Okay, no more beating around the bush. We obviously have to talk about the elephant in the, at least my, room. I don't hold Rob personally responsible. I guess he's been influenced by some forces I can't figure out. Still, it's time for justice to happen, and the criminality against setlists must stop. I might not have the best odds here, but I have to hope, expect and believe Monsoon is back on the next tour. We've tried it without, I've loved every show, but it's clearly not right, and I know we'll be one step closer to world peace if this error is corrected. It's not really rocket science if you think about it.
That's 16 songs, and I know I haven't mentioned any Take That titles, for example. But if there'll be new music too, let's go with 2 of those, and I'll expect around 20 in total, so I have 2 left, if my counting is correct. The only Take That song I'll vote for is The Flood. I absolutely love that. Oh, Never Forget would also be awesome too. One of these, please. Though I'll guess it'll be another one. I really wonder about the new stuff. Both if it will really be there. I mean, I've stopped having any idea when the next album will be out. And if there's new songs, will it be some we already have heard during Karaoke?
I don't need Land of a Thousand Dances, but I'd love Eternity. I just wonder if it's too many slow songs. And there's Millennium and Candy, which are good as well, but I'll leave room for some artistic freedom here. And I wonder if I've missed something obvious.
Of course, there's always the hope for an under-the-radar song to be squeezed in, or just some other not-hit song. I don't understand why Not Like the Others didn't turn into a classic tour song. I'd like it to have a second chance. The same with Lost. There are so many other songs never played live I would love to hear. It feels like cheating on the ones I don't mention. But Best Intentions, Into the Silence, I Just Want People to Like Me, Come Take Me Over. Still, that's purely my not realistic dreams. Certainly no expectations there.
I can't wait for the tour, and I hope to see both you and all the other usual suspects somewhere. I'll be in Edinburgh, my hometown, Copenhagen, Berlin, Stockholm, Krakow and Helsinki. Thank you for doing the podcast. I know you put a lot of work into it. It's much appreciated. I think that's it. Leaving only one more thing to say. God bless our Robbie. Thanks, Christina.
Yes.
So Christina's been on the show a few times. She did our
has.
Lufthouse episode with us, didn't she? And also I think it was Sing When You're Winning B-sides.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
lots to soak in there from what she said.
Yeah, she's had a real good think about that. Wants the intro to be Hey Well Yeah Yeah. I mean, my God, when we first heard that, it was like, wow.
so good.
Good.
Because it was different, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I can't remember. We'll see what we've put for ours in a minute. But as an opening song, I wouldn't be concerned if that continued to
Yeah.
be. But I think it will get changed.
Yeah, I think it'll be
It'll
changed.
get changed up.
Yeah.
Definitely. In fact, it will get chucked out of the set because it won't be anywhere else.
Yeah. That's what I think.
It won't
yeah.
be.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Now we've got a voice note from Jane and Suze, who didn't quite get the memo about what we were asking people to do. So I emailed them back and I said, this is actually what we wanted. Do you still want us to play the message? And she said, oh yeah, just play the message. That'll be fine anyway. So here we go.
Morning, Rob. Sunday morning in sunny Hove. How are you? We're having fun. We're just about to go on a quick beach walk, me and Suze. Just calling in to see if I could request you to play a track on the 13th of Friday the 13th at Bath. Oh, I'm sounding a bit wobbly and nervous. Probably am. I'm coming to see you, really excited. I did have tickets for Murrayfield as well, but unfortunately I can't make that. And Suze and I have been Looking forward to this since we booked the tickets. I'm going to be celebrating a momentous birthday, probably one of your elderly OAP fans. I'm going to hit 60 the week of your concert, and really, really looking forward to it. I've celebrated quite a few birthdays at your concerts, and some of them very memorable. In fact, you might actually recall it was the year that you rejoined Take That, and there was a group of ridiculous women wearing shower caps in the crowd, and you kindly took a pair of Memento pants off me that were Stars and Stripes, because I think you were a resident in the US at the time, and put them on your head and went back to the stage wearing them, and Mark had a shower cap on, and it was just so hilarious. It was in the paper the next day. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. So this track I'd love you to play is Mixed Signals. Now, Suze and I were in the car on the way back from a trip to the Cotswolds one day, weren't we, Suze?
I'm going to say hi because she's talked so much so far. It's Suze Hove, actually, we are. She's the most fantastic fan of yours. I'm going to have to just stop her for a minute. The only bigger fan you've got is your mum. And believe me, this is true. She's followed you forever, forever, forever. She drives me mad about you. I love you too, but not as much. And I'm going to pass you back.
Okay, so we were on the way back from the Cotswolds, and we were trying to learn the lyrics to Mixed Signals, but unfortunately it was dark. We only had our mobile phones, so Suze had them up on her phone, and we were teaching each other the lyrics, weren't we, Doll? Do you remember that?
We were.
And we thought we'd mastered it, except when we actually came to that moment where we thought we could possibly sing as well as you, well, we failed. And it was hilarious. We just couldn't stop laughing because we couldn't keep up with the track. We couldn't get the words right. But we absolutely love that track, Mixed Signals. So if you have the chance to play it on Friday the 13th, again, lucky for us, at Bath, that would be amazing. Anyway, I think I've said enough. I love seeing you. It totally elevates my year. I always feel very sad at the end of it because it's unlikely that I'll see you again for some time, and I'm really looking forward to that moment, sharing it with my friend who I love very much too.
Oh, please sing it for her, Rob. Please. I'll never hear the end of it. Or we might have to just come and find you and talk to you with our version, and then you'll wish you had sang it. Thank you very much. We know you're going to do the right thing, babe.
Mixed Signals. Take care. Bye.
Wow, it's like a campaign speech from Jane and Suze there. They really want Mixed Signals. Oh, what a lovely story there. That's quite nice. Thank you for sending that in. It's lovely to hear that. So very, very specific request for Friday the 13th for Mixed Signals, which I think we'll be at that one as well, won't we?
Yeah, we're there that night, yeah.
Okay, so there you go, Mixed Signals. I'd like to hear it.
Oh, I'd like to hear it, but I don't think he'll do it, sadly.
Don't tell Jane that.
No, I just don't. He didn't even do it on the Heavy Entertainment Show tour.
Well, yes. But, you know, everyone can hope. Everyone can hope.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
So now we've got a message from Claudia from Austria.
Hello, everybody. Hi, listeners. Hello, champions. I'm Claudia from Austria. I'm 17, and I've been a fan of Rob for almost 3 years now. So for this tour coming up, it's my full tour that I'm really doing. I've got 8 shows. I've got one tomorrow, actually. So I'm packing my stuff right now, and I'm very happy about it to see Robbie again tomorrow. And I've got all my serotonins now to record this for you for a new episode, because you asked us to tell you our ideal set list. And I've been thinking for a while. I've probably forgotten a few songs that I would like there. and I've not really like put in an idea, like a full set list. Like obviously he's gonna do Let Me Entertain You, he's gonna do Feel, he's gonna do Angels, he's gonna do that and that and that. But yeah, I've written out a few songs that I would really like him to do. Like I am manifesting that he will do. I'm praying to God that he will do. And so I wanted to tell you about those songs. I'll just start off first. I think a lot of people will agree with me. I've got Me and My Monkey. Me and My Monkey is a great song. I love it. I think a lot of other people love it. He's recently posted a clip of it on Instagram, doing it in Edinburgh. And yeah, I mean, it would be, of course, very fitting with the biopic now with Better Man, you know, because he was a monkey. So I think a lot of people would appreciate that hearing live, and also for his fans it would be, of course, amazing, because it's got a ton of lyrics that, like, the casual Robbie fan may not know. So, yeah, and we've seen it also work in Sydney at the New Year's Eve show, so maybe it's likely that he'll put this on set list. If he doesn't, I will be a little bit angry. I will be a little bit angry. But, yeah. Next up, I've got Road to Mandalay. It's my mom's favorite, and my mom is also the reason why I am a Robbie Williams fan, because she dragged me along to my first concert in Munich, which was like almost 3 years ago. I've still got the wristband of the event, which is insane. I've also gotten like a rash under it at some point. But yeah, I'm still wearing that wristband. Anyways, yeah, and she's the reason why I'm a fan. And I was very unhappy when she dragged me along. I was like, who is this old man? Like, what does she want? But yeah, and from there on, it just went like, where did it all go right? You know, I'm like a super fan now, and as I said, I'm going to 8 shows. So I really like Robbie Williams now, and I'm very deep in Robbie Williams' rabbit hole. And I am a big fan now, so I'm very happy that she did that. So back to Road to Mandalay. I think Road to Mandalay would be great for 2 reasons mainly. First of all, the bombing. We all know the bombing at Road to Mandalay. And even if you don't know the song, it is very easy for the audience to participate in the bombing, because the bombing is great. And also, reason number 2 is because when Robbie did that song last, I think it was in Munich actually, he did have those t-shirt guns, and he fucking loved those t-shirt guns. And I mean, we all did. And he in particular, he was very happy about those guns. So I would like his crew or him to put that back into the set, so he could have some fun with guns again. T-shirt guns. Definitely t-shirt guns. Next up, I have Hot Fudge. Hot Fudge is a great song. It's very summer vibey, like, yeah, it's hot and we're enjoying ourselves. And I think that would be great for summer. You know, I'm so happy the tour is in summer, so I think we could like really alleviate the feeling of summer with Hot Fudge. Also, I would like him to do some ballads, at least one. If I could choose, I would go for Eternity. Also, you know, because that song is very special for me. And, you know, you were there for summer dreaming. You were there for what I need. Something like that. But yeah, it's a beautiful song, and I think he should do it again. I loved it on the 25 tour, even though I only went to like 1 or 2 shows, and then a few shows after that. I think I've been to 8 shows by now. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, Eternity, would love if he did Eternity. And last but not least, I have to protect Land of a Thousand Dances. I know I've recently heard you talk that you don't like Land of a Thousand Dances, and I get it. You know, it's a cover, it's not a song of his. And obviously, I would prefer him to do any of his songs instead of a cover, because I also think that there were too many covers on the last tour, especially with Take That covers. I think he could have done a lot more of his own songs instead of Take That covers. or Land of a Thousand Dances, but I think it's a really good breather after Let Me Entertain You, because you really have a lot of adrenaline after Let Me Entertain You, and that is kind of like a calm down. Also, the na-na-nas also are very easy to do for the audience and for the casual Robbie fan. If they don't know the song particularly, they can still like na-na-na-na-na-na. And yeah, also it's been in the biopic, so maybe some people will recognize, say, hey, that was in a movie we watched. Amazing. Great. So yeah, I do like Land of a Thousand Dances, and I think it should be kept in. But if he decides to do another one of his, that I would also be very okay with that. At the end, I also have some honorable mentions. I would just list them down. Obviously, there are probably a few more that I would like, but I'm probably just not thinking of them right now, which I will probably regret. I think I will hear some songs that will get now mentioned, and I will say obviously that. But yeah, here goes. Phoenix from the Flames, really like that song. Karma Killer, we've seen him do that in Stoke, Edinburgh, and it was amazing. So I think he could do it again. Sexed Up, about Nikki. I think it's about Nikki. So maybe you could do that. Spread Your Wings, Bodies, and very random, but I've written down Green Light and Appliance of Science. Green Light is my favorite out of all the Under the Radar songs, and yeah, I would love him. I would love him to do that song. I think it would be very beautiful at night with the green lights, quite literally. And, B-sides, we've got a lot of great B-sides. I think the chances that he will do it B-side are very, 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 very slim. But maybe he'll, I don't think so. But still, Appliance of Science, I think that's a great B-side. I love that song. But yeah, as I said, there are many, many great songs that he could do and that he could bring back. I would love him to do some more unpopular ones, because he did say that was his boldest tour yet. So we'll see what he'll do. I'm very excited. And yeah, thank you so much for doing this podcast, Champions. It really, I love the podcast. I'm a big fan, and I listen to it almost every night when I go to sleep. And I really do think that you are doing God's work for us Robbie Williams fans by doing this, by taking us on a little journey through his discography. Yeah. So, thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, what a lovely message from Claudia.
Thank you, Claudia. Really appreciate it.
We will take that very kind feedback. So, yeah, what do you think about Claudia's
Yeah, I like the idea
choices?
of the T-shirt guns. I do think he should bring that back.
Oh, definitely. He
That
does
would work
enjoy
so
it, doesn't
well,
he? You can see
wouldn't
the cheeky look on his face.
Because in the stadium, it would work better to have the T-shirt guns because they go further, whereas in the arenas, he was just throwing them.
Yeah.
But in the stadium, they need to go further.
Yes.
So I think it's got
T-shirt
to be...
cannon.
Yeah. Cannon.
Could be a health and safety problem. Yeah, but that's a good point. Good point. So Me and My Monkey was mentioned.
Yeah.
Road to Mandalay.
Yeah, I do like the bumming. The bumming is good.
Yeah,
and he likes saying
I like what
about the
Claudia
bumming.
said, that the audience can participate in the bumming. Yes, they could definitely. And Hot Fudge. Oh my God, how many people have mentioned that?
Yeah,
Hot Fudge, Eternity. Well, and a very
valid point about Land of a Thousand Dances.
Again, no judgment. That's a valid point, and it was in the movie, and it does create lots of energy. I think a point of clarification: it's not that we don't like it because it's a cover, because I think the music that song on its own right is an incredible song.
Yeah, it is.
But I think it's maybe because we've just been to a lot of gigs, and we've heard it a lot of times.
Yeah.
And so if you're new and you haven't seen it, I can get that. People that have not seen it as many times as we have probably aren't as jaded by it. But but Claudia's case is
Valid.
Valid.
And I love the fact that she's a new young fan as well.
Yeah, younger generation of fans. And I think that's the thing. Again, Rob needs to hear this because I think sometimes he thinks he hasn't got them, but we have said it on previous podcasts. He has got such a spread of demographic in terms of ages and, everyone. Yeah, so cool. Well, okay, and I think you've got another one.
I've got one message that came through after we'd already done most of it, so let me just read this out. Hi, I'm Rachel from Rushden in Northamptonshire. I'm seeing Robbie on his opening night in Edinburgh and I cannot wait. I hope he'll come on to the classic Let Me Entertain You. In no particular order, the songs I'm hoping for are Rock DJ, Love the Energy This Brings, Rude Box, Everyone Loves It, Really, Hot Fudge, one of my faves, plus the last time I saw him perform it, the vibe was insane. Advertising Space, again, another fave of mine. No Regrets, Eternity, Kids, Lazy Days, Old Before I Die, Millennium. I love hearing these live. There's so many, I really couldn't choose a set list. I just wish the night would last forever and he could sing everything, including Green Light, my favourite. Look forward to listening to the pod, Rachel. So she said Green Light just like Claudia just did. I mean, that is a really good song from the Under the Radar albums.
Yes.
And actually, I just realised I had another message that also came in late, which I'll just read out quickly. Hi, my name is Nicole Jeffries. I am 57 years old and I have 2 daughters and 2 grandchildren. I have loved Robbie since he started. My oldest daughter is a Take That fan. So our journey started in Nebworth, where I started to live again. In 2001, I was in a house fire with 33% burns and my husband dumped me when I was in hospital. So back to Nebworth. Lucky we had disabled seating and being part of history was wow. So since then, my daughter and I have seen him in Milton Keynes, Cardiff with and without Take That, Wembley, NEC. So during my time in hospital, Strong really hit me and No Regrets means so much to me. I had a stroke in 2018 and Robbie has helped me again. I love all his music and we are seeing him on the 13th of June in Bath Royal Crescent. See you then.
Oh,
thanks, Nicole.
Nice message from Nicole.
So I think we probably need to move on to our set list before everyone falls asleep listening for so many hours.
Yeah, here it comes. Right, so, I mean...
Shall I go first?
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how this contrasts with what everybody else has said.
Yeah.
Isn't it, really?
So I've based my list kind of on what I think he's likely to play, probably more than what I would like to hear.
Right.
So a proper dream wish list would include other songs like obviously the 80s and the 90s, Raver, No Fucks, Ghosts, Into the Silence, Immortal, and Not Like the Others, which a few people did say. But I don't think he's going to play those, and so I kind of just didn't mention them on my proper list.
Right.
So
they get honourable mentions.
They get honourable mentions, yes. So I think he'll start with Let Me Entertain You.
Yep.
And then I'd like to hear Gospel, because I just bloody love that song. And I think it's really great at the end, drink to you who wish me well, all of those lines. And then I've put in the new song, and I've put Rocket there, because I do think that Rocket, they've talked about it a lot, and it was on the set list, although it didn't get played on the last tour. So I think he'll put that in quite early, kind of get it over and done with if he feels uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah.
And then going into Come Undone, get that in there early. He sometimes plays it quite early in the set list. Bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Because that is anthemic. And then Karma Killer, of course. I have
Good
to have that on mine.
Bodies there.
Yeah, so I think that, you've got like the slower song with Come Undone, then moving into some up-paced songs, Bodies and Karma Killer, both kind of real crowd pleasers, I would say. And then moving on to No Regrets, the 25 version.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love the James Bond-esque vibe of that song.
Yeah.
And I think he has to play No Regrets. It's one of his classics.
Yeah.
And that's quite a slow song. So then I've kept it on the slow vibe with Advertising Space next.
Oh, yeah.
Because it went down so
Agreeing
well at Hyde
with everybody
Park.
else
Yeah.
about that song.
Definitely. And then I've put in Mandalay as well, The Road to Mandalay. Because that sort of it starts off kind of slow and then it gets a bit faster. It's bringing the beat up again. And I would like to see the T-shirt guns out for that, like Claudia said.
They are allowed
during
out
the
on other
bumming.
songs, but yeah, bumming.
I think it's good
t-shirt
during the
work,
bumming.
Yes. During the
I do
bumming,
just like
right.
saying the bumming, and he
Yes.
likes saying that.
Yes. It doesn't get old, does it?
No. And then moving on to kids, just because I do like to see the backing singers having their moment and coming forward to the front of the stage.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that Kids is the perfect song for that. So I feel
Brilliant
like
energy with that one.
Yeah, I feel like Kids should stay in the set list because of that.
Yeah.
And then I've put new song, and then wondering whether that might be a duet with Lottery Winners, because
Very
he
good.
has said that he's written a song with the Lottery Winners.
Has he?
Yeah. Well, the Lottery Winners, sorry, have said that they've written a song with Robbie.
Oh, they've got to bring
They've been
that
writing.
out.
So I
That's
wonder
gotta
whether they
come.
might do a new song together, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
That would be
Clever.
cool.
Very, very clever if they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, 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 very clever.
But I do think that the Lottery Winners might appear during his set.
They have to, don't they?
Yeah. 'Cause they had like, two number one albums. They're like a big act.
By the way, just to pause on your list a minute.
Yeah.
The Lottery Winners' new album, Coco,
Yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Initially I wasn't sure about listening to it. And then I was like, hang on a minute, they're supporting Rob. I have to listen to it. And of course I have heard their other stuff. But then I started listening to it and now I almost can't stop listening to it. And those
Yeah.
songs just go, they're earworms. They go round and round in your head. They're also stadium songs.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to have a ball, and so the audience, and they're going to be a great warm-up act. And I'm not just saying that. I think it's a genius choice.
Yeah. 100%.
Genius. And they've had their number one album in the UK before going on tour with Robbie.
Yeah.
So it is in their
Well, it's
own
their second
right.
number one album.
Second number one, yeah, you're right. So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they do a duet, I mean, that's going to be even better.
Yeah.
So they need to.
And then if he doesn't do a duet with them, I wonder whether, like some people have said, because he said to Michelle McManus, come and join me on stage in Edinburgh. So maybe he will have someone join him in each
I like the idea
city.
of having the local acts. Caroline mentioned that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
So, he's had sort of gospel choirs, local gospel choirs and things up before, hasn't he?
Mhm.
So I think that would be a nice touch.
That would be fun. And you could have a different song that he sung with them each time.
A moment. Yeah, and then it's a moment that you only get at that venue.
Yeah.
Ooh, clever.
I like that idea.
Yes.
Then I move on to Back for Good, the punk version. So I think that if he does any covers, I think it should only be Take That covers. I don't think we need any other covers.
Yeah, you would. Right.
That's my opinion. And Back for Good, punk version, is my favourite Take That cover that he does. Then moving on to Love My Life, that has to be on there.
Yeah.
And then I've put a Better Man section, so starting with Better Man.
What, the film version?
Well, I don't know which version. I'm not really sure what he's... I think he'll go with the original version because it's a bit more upbeat.
Let him go with that if he's comfortable with that, Liz.
Well, I don't. It's up to him, isn't it?
Well, he'd be listening. He wants to know your
He
opinion.
won't listen.
Of course he is.
And then Something Beautiful. And I think that... Well, I've put the original version of Something Beautiful, but he's going to do the Better Man version of one of them, isn't he?
Of course.
And then maybe the original of the other, potentially.
Obviously the Better Man version of Something Beautiful will have to be adjusted because it's got long runs and instrumental parts when the story's being told, and so it'll have to be unless there's visuals during that part. But that'll have to be thought about if they do that version.
And then Forbidden Road,
of course,
which I can't wait to hear live. And finishing off that sort of Better Man section with Me and My Monkey.
So you're going like upbeat towards the end. That's interesting.
Yeah, so I did a slow bit in the middle, and then I'm going a bit
I see.
Going faster again. Well, with Me and My Monkey. But then it drops down again with Feel, but then Feel is kind of upbeat as well.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it is.
with the lasers and everything. And he always puts that near the end. Then I've put Rock DJ, the Better Man version, because that's upbeat again. Nice to sort of have the energy towards the end of the show. And then finishing with Angels, followed by My Way. Because he's finished tours before with My Way, and I think it works quite well.
Well, yeah, it links to the film.
And then that's like a bit of a swing thing, and it's film related, and it's quite a nice way of finishing it.
When I had my sneaky peek that I wasn't supposed to, of course we had to print our notes for this episode. When I saw you finishing on My Way, I was like, that's clever.
Yeah.
Because I think, as we've said 100 times before, it's not that we hate Angels, we don't. It's just that it's it would be very nice to finish with something else, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then you put Angels in there so people get that, but then you get something more.
Yeah, because like on the Swing tour, he did Sensational at the end. And yeah, it does work to not have to have Angels at the very last song.
Yeah, good. I can see your logic here. Yes.
And then I've got some more honourable mentions. For Lost, Old Before I Die, Supreme, Hot Fudge, Tripping, Candy, Rude Box, Monsoon, Morning Sun. So they're like other songs that I would love to hear, but you can only do so many songs, so I tried to...
Well, maybe medley.
A medley could work, yeah.
Medley.
And then obviously I just want to say that we go and watch him sing the same concert several times, so we're used to watching him sing the same songs over and over again. So clearly we don't have a problem with seeing him sing the same songs over and over again, but we would just like to see him sing something different. That's all on this tour, if you see what I mean.
Maybe that's why we're more acutely aware of the repeating set or the repeating songs, because we have heard them
because
so much.
We go so much.
But as you said, that's not a negative thing for us.
No, because we wouldn't go again and again if we had a problem
That's
with
right.
it.
But you always want something a bit new, don't you?
Unique,
so there's a balance to be struck with this tour.
Yeah. And then, so thinking about new songs, I reckon he would play 2, maybe 3 maximum. On his last stadium tour for Heavy Entertainment Show, he played 4 new songs from that album, but the album had already been released, so we knew the songs. So yeah I'm not sure what he'll do this time if the album hasn't come out.
Your shout about the lottery winners is a very good one. I think that's a good prediction.
Right.
Nobody said that yet.
No.
Only you.
Okay.
But there's a comfort and a security in
because someone else is with
being
him on the
there
stage
with someone else and having a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
And making a thing of it, making it special. It's not just, it's just me singing my new song. It's me singing my song with the lottery winners.
Yeah.
And, there's an energy to that. It could be very interesting. But I hope he does one of his own as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Or 2 of his own.
Yeah.
Or 3 of his own. In fact, just a new album tour would be good. Yeah.
And then what I've noticed, because obviously our daughter, she's 14, she's absolutely obsessed with Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, Gracie Abrams, all of the pop girls. And what they all do is every single show, they sing 1, sometimes 2 songs that are only sung at that show. So every concert is unique because, they're like, I wonder what the song is we're going to get tonight. And it creates a buzz around the tour. And then people are like, oh my God, he sung this on this, I was so lucky. People share the videos of it. And it becomes a viral thing that people are discussing it because they got to see him sing this one song that he isn't going to sing on any of the other nights. And so for that one song each show, he could sing like a B-side or a random song or just another of his hits, whatever he's comfortable doing.
Genius.
And it just creates exclusivity for each concert and each city.
Yes.
And a talking point.
That's such a good idea.
Because, like our daughter, she blimmin' watches these live shows every time just to see what the new song is that they're going to sing each night.
The FOMO factor is massive. Like she has to be watching the stream, doesn't she? Or whoever's streaming it, has to be watching it. And those things do get massive social buzz around them. Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. That's such a good idea. Yeah.
So that's
I think that could be a really good way of bringing in the slightly more fringe on the edge.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that you've got all the hits, but then maybe one song a night, you just play something different to give different songs a chance.
Yeah, and of course, when we went to see Taylor, I remember, obviously I roughly knew what was going on, but Chloe just erupted when she did her special song.
Well, she got Gracie Abrams on to sing Us with her, and our daughter absolutely lost it.
I think you're right. There's now that the shift has gone towards live tours, or the focus is more on those in terms of where artists make their money. I think creating more of a buzz around individual shows is actually a really solid idea.
Yeah.
By having a local guest doing something like this, not just one or the other.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. Definitely.
Yeah. It would be nice, but I just don't know whether he'd be comfortable doing it because he likes to feel safe in his set list, doesn't he? So
yeah, but
he's got his auto cue. It might
Yeah,
work.
you make a thing of it. You make it a special bit of the, it's
Of
not,
the show.
Yeah, it's not just thrown in, it's planned.
Yeah.
And like you say, it doesn't, yeah.
I mean, Kylie on her tour, obviously we haven't been to see it yet because it hasn't come to the UK yet. And I'm trying not to look at the spoilers too much, but I know that she does I think she gets the crowd to shout out what songs she wants, they want her to sing. And then she'll sing one of them just a cappella.
Yeah,
and so she does like a different song each night, just based on what the crowd have shouted out.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be highly produced, does
No.
it? It's just a nod and a wink to, what's happened, and creates a bit of a
For
different
songs
vibe.
that haven't been included, but people would like
Love
to
it.
hear.
So strong. Let's have a look at your set list. Strong set list.
So you're going to tell us
Good
yours?
ideas. Yeah, let's see how they match up. So let me entertain you.
Yeah.
I've gone with that because I was listening to I tried to listen to a lot of the songs in preparation for this. I was trying to find another high energy opener.
There aren't any as good as that. It's the best one.
So high energy, get going on that one. I don't get bored with it. Not got a problem with it. And then I've just gone straight into rock DJ. I mean, you saved that towards the end, but so high energy,
Right.
2 massive high energy.
Yeah,
And-
he's never done rock DJ early.
and I'd have it early. I'd have it on early. Keep that bloody high energy going.
Yeah.
I haven't put it on my notes, but I think it would be the Better Man version.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something very cool about that. The reason why I put it early is, well, maybe they won't want to peak too early, but I think they could do a very special production of that, even if it's just visuals, bringing in a bit of the film, or maybe having some dancers on stage, doing a bit of a routine to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rock DJ. This is a weird placement. I've tried to do it in sequence like you, but Bodies.
Well, I put that early as well.
That's a bit of a contrast because it's sort of a medium funky. I've put things in brackets here, as you can see. It's a medium funky one. Then we're going to Feel.
Early. Wow.
Get Feel in early as well.
Different.
Then into Me, I'm a Monkey. I know I've got a bit of an eclectic mix here. That's fun. That's going to get the energy going.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been saying about Me, I'm a Monkey all the way along. It's got to be in there.
Oh, 100%.
Then I go into Strong. Very emotional, of course. Could sing along.
Yeah.
Come Undone.
Mm-hmm.
Tripping.
Yeah,
Funky.
you've put that in your tops.
Need tripping in there. That's got to be in there. So many people have said that. And then a lot of people have said my next one.
Yeah.
Be a Boy.
Wow.
Be a Boy is a stadium tune and anthem. Advertising Space. Practically everyone said that. Did you say? Yeah, you did
I
say
said
that.
it, yeah.
I'd get that in there. Morning Sun.
Just because we love it.
It's such a beautiful song. It has to be in there. And then I think Lost could follow Morning Sun very nicely.
Yeah.
Although I do like that being a bit more towards the end, but never mind. I'd put it in there. I said it was inspirational and a medium. Then Sin, Sin, Sin.
Wow.
Sing along.
Sin. Wow. That would be cool if he did that.
Sin, Sin, Sin. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think Candy would follow that up.
Right.
High energy.
Yeah.
Let Love Be Your Energy.
It is a good song, and he hadn't done that for years.
Yeah, a couple other people said that. And then not just because you love it, but because I think it would be great. I think the angry energy of Karma Killer would follow nicely.
Definitely.
And then here's my wild card that I know won't be sung, but I think it should be. Decepticon.
Oh.
Can you imagine that echoing around a stadium?
Yeah.
Just that, it would send shivers down your spine if you sang that. Hot Fudge, funky upbeat. Kids, funky. Into the Silence, and then Forbidden Road.
Right.
It's kind of like the fake end, the last song.
Yeah.
And then I think the encore would benefit from a very stripped back acoustic session. I know these songs are kind of acoustic anyway.
Yeah.
But I think just, him in the spotlight on the stage with the guitar, not him necessarily, but, Tom or someone.
Yeah.
Nobody Someday.
Wow, that's a out there one.
Acoustic 25 version.
I don't think he'll do that, but that would be cool.
I think that would work. Then Something Beautiful.
Yeah.
Acoustic. Okay,
You think
again, strip it back. Have a
Something
very
Beautiful version.
Yeah, have a very
Better Man version. Sorry.
well. Just even a very, very stripped back acoustic version of it. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have to be that version, but yeah. And then Better Man.
Yeah, you've gone for the film version.
Film version, and then Angels.
Yeah. 25 version.
Which obviously it would be, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that encore, a couple of acoustic numbers, and then Better Man to get everyone singing along to it, and then Angels. I guess a couple of I've only got 2 honourable mentions.
Right.
Revolution.
Oh, because we love that. He never did do that on the...
Revolution. Come on.
2003
It won't be done. That's why it's kind of an honourable mention. One that could be done, but I don't think he will, because I think he thinks it's done, is Go Gentle.
Oh, I love Go Gentle.
Go Gentle would be nice to be in there.
When he played that at the Albert Hall, it was so nice.
Yeah. Wow.
It's one of my favourites.
Yeah. Well, Teddy was there, wasn't she? So
imagine if she came on and he sung it with her at the stadium. So.
Well, that's the other thing. I think what you said earlier, or someone said it earlier on, I have a feeling that Teddy might make her proper debut at some point in this tour. Not every night, but somewhere.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they might think it's time.
I mean,
but we'll see.
She's only 12, isn't she? Is she 12? Yeah, and it could be 13 in September. So
yeah,
it's quite young.
Who knows? But yeah, so there's our track listings.
Very good.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what comes up, won't it? Because it's obviously interesting every time, but obviously this is not. Well, we know the theming will include Better Man. Obviously, they're that's gonna be rich throughout.
Yeah,
100%. Got to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not like the theming of a heavy entertainment show or a, you know what I mean? It's not there's no obvious theme apart from Better Man that it's going to go around.
No.
So I think he should take a little bit of risk and do a bit more of an eclectic set. I mean, look at the back catalogue he's got.
Oh, I know. There's so many great
I know
songs.
we're always immersed in it, but if you just look back, I mean, just picking those was
it's so hard.
Quite hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're not really picking your favourites. You're picking what you think will work.
Exactly, yeah.
And you're trying to put yourself there in the stadium,
in his
hearing
shoes.
that kind of sound, because there's a different sound in a stadium, isn't there?
Yeah.
And hearing the sing-along moments and trying to see what would work. And Lucy and I both, well, it was my idea initially, but we both put playlists together, didn't we?
Yeah.
And because I said, well, Lucy said, oh, don't worry about the sequence to begin with. And I was like, no, because you have to, because just picking, I don't think my sequence is quite right. I think I probably have to adjust it a bit more, but you have to listen to it and hear how they go into each other. And yeah, it's fun to do though.
It was.
So there you are, Rob. There's your free consultancy from us and the fans. And, obviously everyone will go along and claim it was their playlist that influenced the playlist.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what it's going to look like and what it's going to sound like. Can't wait.
So, just before we wrap up this episode, make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss out. And also, Lucy and I would really appreciate it if you can leave us a star rating. You can do this on both Apple and Spotify podcasts. We would also love it if you could write us a short review, and you can do this on Apple. Don't forget, you can check out our episode notes for each episode and links to all tracks and videos at robbiewilliamsrewind.com. You can also email us at email@robbiewilliamsrewind.com. Please also follow and chat on our social channels. It's at RewindRobbie on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. And you can also like and follow our Facebook page, Robbie Williams Rewind. And before we return to this episode, you might also consider sending us one of your own Robbie stories for the show. Just record a short audio clip on your phone and email it to us. Please check the website for more details. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
Any other notable things to say about the tour before we close the episode?
No, I mean, we're going to the opening night in Edinburgh. We've got seats.
Yeah.
Taking my mum and our daughter to her first Robbie concert.
Yeah, we'll be stood up though, even though we're in seats.
Yeah, of course we will.
People behind have got a problem. There will be a conversation to be had because everybody should be up.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, and then we're out and about all over the place, aren't we? So let's see how it develops. That's always the other interesting thing.
Yes.
I think I said it at the beginning. I'll say it again.
It will change.
It's like any piece of artwork that's performed. It gets adjusted.
Yeah.
And and that's understandable. And so, the set list isn't always the set list.
No.
So let's see what happens.
I hope he doesn't drop too many songs.
No, please don't. Please don't.
That's why you got to go to the opening night.
And I think if something's dropped, it's got to be replaced.
Yes.
Don't just drop and make, we're paying for this. Don't just drop the duration or fill it in with a load of talk. Although we love the talk, Robbie, of course we do. Just do what we said. We've given him some advice, just add in the special idea, like you said, drop in the old...
Yeah, it would be fun.
Unique to this venue kind of...
vibe.
Idea, yeah. Cool. Good.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone.
We'll see you on the road.
Yeah,
see
make
you
sure
out
you
there.
say hello to us if you see us.
Yeah, do come and say hello. We're not scary. We will talk to you.
But not when the gates are about to open.
No, or preferably not while the show's on. But yeah, have a chat. We'll be more than happy to say hello.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks very much.
Thanks for listening.
We'll
be back soon.
See you.
Bye.
Robbie Williams Rewind.